Hello everyone and welcome back to the Red and Blue. And it is time, of course, for another watch along. Palace are, of course, playing against Everton at Selhurst Park. Big game today. A chance to obviously make it 3 wins out of 3, which would probably be the first. I think it'd be the first time since we got promoted back to the Premier League that has happened. A great opportunity today. Hope you're all doing well. Unbelievable stuff that happened. I was just watching the end of that Brighton Man United game. Unbelievable finish there. Unbelievable finish. Obviously, United they're getting away with a penalty right at the end there, and it was a pen. And unfortunately, Brighton they just couldn't hack it. You know, beating United isn't for everyone. I'm afraid. Beating United isn't for everyone. I'm afraid, Brighton. Got the Palace-Everton game. The live coverage has just started, of course. We're just under half an hour away from kickoff. I hope everyone is well. Yes, already got comments coming in about the starting lineup. I will be talking about that in just a second. I'll be going over the lineups. One big bit of news coming out of the Palace camp is that Ebere Eze is making his first debut or his first start of the season for Palace. First start in a Palace shirt. His first full debut is coming today against Everton. I would like to say before I continue, guys, of course, there's a little ticker down below with all my socials and everything. Do follow me up there. There's also as well a little notification to go down to the description below if you want to donate towards the marathon march for the Palace for Life Foundation. It's a couple of weeks until the marathon march. I will be taking part. Fingers crossed that goes well. But of course, if you want to donate, any money that you donate goes towards Palace for Life Foundation. They do amazing stuff for kids and people in the South London community. And it's a great cause. And of course, you could donate down below. It's part of the fundraiser for the Marathon March that I will be taking part in a few weeks. That would be amazing. There is a link in the description. Hit that link. It will take you straight through to the Just Giving page. But anyway, looking today, we're running through the teams. Of course, Everton. We can start with Everton quite quickly. It's the same team that they played in the last 2 Premier League fixtures that's unchanged. Pickford in goal, Coleman, Mina, Keane, Digne back 4, Doucouré, Allen, Gomez, the midfield 3, and Rodriguez, Calvert-Lewin and Richarlison up in the front 3 positions. Very strong side. Very strong side. And the way they've been playing at the start of the season, as I mentioned in my preview, has been very it's been very positive, for Everton fans, and I think for, Ancelotti will be very happy with what he's seen so far. Scoring goals. Yes, they have been leaking goals. I don't think he'll be too happy with their defence so far. I think that is something that we can exploit, of course, with our pace in the counter-attack. But I do think Everton and Everton fans will be very happy with the way they're playing at this moment, and this is going to be the toughest game so far. I think even tougher than United, because as tough as United was on paper, it was still it was clear as the game went on that they weren't fully prepared for the start of the season. United. That's not to take away from what we did. We absolutely bossed them from start to finish and deserved all the applause, all the praise we got. But it was helped by the fact that it was their first game. I think. I still think even if we played them this weekend, it would probably be a similar result. We were just very good on the day. But Everton, of course, I think are going to be a tougher test because they've had the same amount of time on pre-season as us, and they've obviously clicked really well, the new signings, and Rodriguez has been a key to everything they've done well going forward, and closing him down and stopping him dictate play is going to be massive in terms of getting results. Similar way to closing down Fernandes was massive, and McCarthy are going to have to play the whole team, of course, but specifically McCarthy are going to have games very similar to the ones against United. They're going to have to close down those that Rodriguez in particular. I think they've got to boss that midfield again. It's going to be very difficult, and it's going to be even harder to break them down on the counter-attack with Allen and Doucouré both there sitting in front of the back 4. United, of course, had only McTominay sitting there in front of the back 4. It made it a lot easier for us to counter-attack. So it's going to be a much different game today. It's going to be a lot harder to get a result. And as I said in my preview, I would definitely take a draw today. I think a draw would be a fantastic result. Points ticking along again. And we stay right up there near the top of the table, which is always good to see. Doesn't matter how short this trip to the top of the table is, it's always great to see us up there. Just reading a few of the comments. Thank you guys, everyone who's coming into the stream now to watch. Obviously, kickoff is going to be about 25 minutes away. Really looking forward to this game, and I hope you guys are too. And I'm really happy that you guys are coming in to join in and watch the stream, watch the game. Sorry, along with me. It's great to see. That's Everton's lineup, and how I think we should approach that. Going on to the Palace team, as I said in my preview yesterday, I do think that Hodgson has always been the sort of manager that whenever we get any sort of momentum or anything, or we see anything good coming out of the team in our performances, doesn't necessarily mean we get the result. But if Roy's happy with what he's seeing, very, very rarely when there's a good bit of momentum going with the team does he ever change things up. It's very rare. And he's kind of stuck by that again today, bar one position. He's put the same team out that played against United, apart from Schlupp. He's put Schlupp out, and I think he's injured because he's not on the bench, Schlupp. So hopefully it's just a brief knock and he'll be back soon. Same with Scott Dan, he's still not featuring. But Saka and Kouyaté was so amazing against United. I've got full confidence that they will be able to do the job again as a duo. But the big news, of course, Ebere Eze is making his first start for Palace. Coming in for the injured Schlupp out on wide left. Batshuayi still on the bench. Ayew keeps his spot. I think he was the one position, Ayew, I thought might get switched up for Batshuayi because he wasn't very clinical against United. Missed the pen, of course. He was the only player he was probably the worst player out of R11 against United, even though he still had a good game in my opinion. None of those players had a poor game in my mind, but I think Ayew was probably the worst out of them. And that because of that, maybe. As Samuel's just said in the chat, Hodgson has confirmed Schlupp is injured, which is a shame because if he was fit, again, I don't think he would have made that change. I think Eze would have been on the bench. But again, seeing, Eze's only been on for about 15, 20 minutes in total this season in the Premier League, coming off the bench against Southampton and United. But from the brief spells we've seen of him, I'm confident he can step up to that role. I'm confident he will be able to express himself and have the discipline that, as I said, that third goal, that goal that sealed the win for us against United, the discipline and the maturity in his play to look to beat players, and really realised he was getting doubled up and there wasn't anything on. He didn't try and still do what he was set out to do. He held up the play, waited for players to join the attack, and laid off a nice ball out to the oncoming Mitchell, and Tyreek Mitchell obviously assisted Will for the goal. And I think that Eze's got that maturity in his performances. We've seen it already in the brief time he's been on the pitch. And I think it's only good signs for what's to come in the future if he can carry on like this. So I'm really happy to see him starting today. I don't think any Palace fan would feel unhappy with him starting today. Batshuayi, again, I think he's still just getting up to match speed, match fitness, as are a few of the players, So he will feature. He will be starting alongside Wilf up front in the near future. I'm sure of it. But again, not unhappy with this at all. A lot of laughing emoji and stuff in the chat about Brighton. Bottled it there against United. As I said already, beating United isn't for everyone. Unfortunately. That's good, but that's the two teams there, guys. Those are my thoughts on the games. Of course, if you want more on what my thoughts are going into this fixture and how we can get the best out of this side against Everton and what we need to do to beat Everton, in my opinion, obviously go and check out my last video from yesterday. That was my preview. Hop on there, watch that, about 10 minutes. Jump back on and you'll be back in time before kickoff. But for those who have already seen it or already have, happy with what my thoughts are so far, then obviously stick around. I will be coming over to some of your guys' views and comments in the chat. Obviously, get your chats coming in. Richard's asked who's captain. I believe it is still Wilf. I'd love it to still be Wilf. I think we're going to bring on one or two signings in, Harvey, but who do you want in, Samuel? I think Ben Rama's the main one, mate. I think Ben Rama, there's still a chance that can get done and over the line. I think there's rumours that his agent, there's rumours that Fulham are putting in a £20 million bid. And that's, I think that is just the agent trying to speed things up. I think the fact that it's been quite stale in terms of the Ben Rama transfer news over the last few weeks, I think his agent and the player himself are probably trying to gear things up a bit and try and get the ball rolling in a few places. So I don't think that Fulham are the favourites. I still think that we're leading the way for Ben Rama. But I think the agent is just trying to get the ball rolling there and hoping for Palace to react. And I think we will react, but we will do it at the right time. And I do think that, as I'm confident as it stands, that we will get Benrahma in. But if we don't get him in, I'm still happy with how the team looks right now. I can't see us getting any more than one more signing in as it stands. Zaha, as being Ash has confirmed there, Zaha is captain today, and I'm buzzing with that. 100% record as captain, Wilf. So yeah, brilliant stuff there. And Benrahma, that's going to go all the way down to the last few days, I think. So stay tuned for that one on Benrahma. Obviously, more content on that to come on this channel as well. How do you feel about Townsend, says BK1? I think he's had a fantastic start to the season, especially when you consider some of the, not abuse, but some of the criticism he was getting going into the season. He didn't have the most amazing season last season. He was, wasn't involved in the goal contributions as much as he would have liked to as a player and as much as we expect him to as fans. And I think he acknowledged that. And I think the way he started the season against Southampton and also against United, getting an assist and a goal over those two games, and overall playing like the Townsend when he first signed for the club, having that sort of that killer whipped ball and timing his runs really well and being in the right place at the right time. It's great to see, and I'm really happy for him because I love Townsend as a player. I love his work ethic. I love his work rate. He fits into that proper Palace style of play that I think we all know and love. That working really hard for each other, flying into challenges and hitting on the counter attack. He's not necessarily a flair player, but he's a player who does that. He does the most professional stuff going forward, puts the right balls in at the right time. He's just been fantastic this season. I'm so happy that he started off well because it was looking like, his time, not necessarily his time as Palace was going to run out and that he was going to be kicked out of the team or anything like that. But I think that his place in the starting 11 was definitely up for grabs come the end of last season. There were a few places, in fact, in the side that were up for grabs. But the way he started, you can't drop Townsend right now, and that's the same for a few players. They've started so well, and it's so good to see because of the links or the discussions before the season started with the pundits and the media predicting us to go down, and opposition fans seeing us going down because of how poor our goal conversion rate was last season. And with Batshuayi coming in, as soon as Batshuayi came in, all of those fears for me were put to one side, or I feel confident now with Batshuayi in and around the team, and with Zaha hitting form and hitting form, 3 goals in 2 games, at the start of the season, that goal problem will be solved, and we won't have to worry about that this season. Or at least I hope so. It's good signs early on. We're scoring goals, 3 goals in a game already this season, which we couldn't do for the whole of last season. So I think relegation isn't going to be a problem for us, as long, touch wood. I really do think that, the way we defend and the way we're looking going forward at the moment, it's all starting to click a lot more. And hopefully a good result here, and by good result I mean a draw. A win would be insane against this Everton side, but a draw right now would be a brilliant result. And got Brighton in a few weeks, and that's going to be a really tasty game. The way both sides are playing, actually. So really happy with how things are going. What about Brewster if we don't get Benrahma? I'd be okay with Brewster. He's one of those that is a good squad player, but again, does he start ahead of Zaha? Well, obviously not ahead of Zaha, but ahead of Ayew or Batshuayi? I don't know, because he's a good player. He's a good young player, and again, he fits that mould if we sign him permanently of getting young players in to lower that average age of the squad down, which has obviously been a problem in our ageing squad. But I can't see him starting at this point in time if we brought him in. So it would just be a good squad player to have, I think, and something different, of course. It's always good to have options up front, which we haven't had for a number of seasons now because of injuries and obviously having strikers who haven't been able to score goals. Benteke is on the bench, by the way, guys, back from injury, which is I'm happy to see. Again, offer something different. Having Benteke on the bench and Batshuayi, they're different kind of strikers. One holds up a lot more, one's looking to make runs in behind and be a clinical finisher. They offer something different, so I'm happy that they both are on the bench. JH2704. So, I think that's just the agents trying to get the ball rolling in a few places from a few clubs in terms of signing Benrahma. I can't see him at this point going to Fulham. But I could be wrong. Fulham have got money in the bank. They can definitely offer him enough. We saw a few seasons ago how much they spent on players. They've got money to spend. I just can't see him choosing to go there over us if we do get involved. Jonas makes a great point. What about Loftus-Cheek on loan? I'd love that, mate. I would really love to bring Loftus-Cheek back. Again, it would depend on the formation we play. If we're playing this system now at the moment, 4-4-2, which has been working so well, it's going to be hard to knock McCarthy or MacArthur out the side at the moment. But I would definitely have him back because it doesn't matter whether you like Loftus-Cheek or not, or if you're a Chelsea fan or a Palace fan or whatever. Loftus-Cheek's best spell as a player, full stop, was with us. On that season on loan a few seasons ago, and he got into the England squad for the World Cup purely because of how that we gave him the opportunity to play. So I think any team that, if he is going to be for sale, not for sale, but if he's going to be available on loan, we surely would be up there as one of the leading clubs to potentially get him in on loan. Whether or not we do go for that route is another story. Not seen too many links to Loftus-Cheek, but of course I'd definitely love him back at the club. Yeah, Ash makes a good point. I was thinking that just now as well. I don't know if we can have another loan from Chelsea because obviously Batshuayi is on loan with an option to buy. So I think because of that, yeah, you're right. I don't think we can get Loftus-Cheek, but we can definitely buy him. Well, I don't think Chelsea would sell him, but the option's there to buy. Will we ever see Connor Wickham again? Total joke. Big wage. He's constantly injured, says Richard. Yeah, it's harsh because obviously before he got injured in that game against Swansea under Alan Pardew, that game we lost 5-4 in the end. Let's not talk too much more about that. But before he got injured, he was playing brilliantly. He scored against City in a game that we did end up losing, but he had a very good performance. Again, I think his work rate and what he offers is great, but I think the injuries since then have just killed him. And unfortunately, you're right. I do think that he is one of the first players that we're looking to ship. I think more so than Benteke, although Benteke probably is a player we're looking to get rid of as well because of his wages. We're going to have to cut our losses on him. I would not be surprised if Benteke or Wickham, I don't think both, I think one or the other goes before the deadline day, permanently or on loan. And there's no way, I don't think there's any chance of us getting another player in those attacking areas unless one of them does go on loan, because otherwise it would just be too congested up front. So I do see that. I do see us getting rid of one of them before the window ends. Lookman might be going to Fulham. If that happens, mate, then obviously Benrahma won't be going there, in my opinion. Tell me Benteke is not playing. He's not playing, mate. Don't worry. He's on the bench, though. He's back from injury. Are you starting alongside Zaha up front? Batshuayi on the bench as well. And Eze making his first start for Palace today. So excited for that. And they're showing on Amazon at the moment. I'm just watching Zaha as well, warming up. And 3 goals in 2 appearances. 4 chances created, 6 shots on goal already. So he started so well, and it's great to see because finally he's well, I say finally, but people are now starting to realise that when he has been playing well, and he deserves all the praise he's been getting. Because so many times people call him overrated or say that he's not the player that all the Palace fans says he is. But I honestly think that. Honestly think that he is, and he's so misunderstood as a player. The pundits as well, I think their analysis of him is always poor. They just see the goals and assists column, and because it's not what the top players are, or not what the top players are producing, they assume that he's a poor player because of that, and that he's overrated for that reason. But there's so many other factors you've got to bear in mind with the way he plays and the players around him, who he plays for. Stick him in a side like Chelsea, like United, or any of those top teams, and you'll see his stats improve dramatically, in my opinion, with the players around him. So, Wilf, at this moment in time, I can't see leaving. There's still time. There's still obviously less than 10 days to go before the window shuts, but there's still time for that to change if a significant offer comes in. But I can't see anyone paying the money that we're going to be looking for at this stage for Wilf. Only 10 minutes to go now till kickoff, guys. Get your predictions in down below. I'd love to know your predictions. What are you guys all thinking? I'd love to see us score today. I think we can score. Everton have leaked goals. But that being said, it's going to be a lot harder to compared to United. I think because of the way they're set up with Doucouré and Allen in front of that back four. Having United last week, United side that were clearly lacking match pace, match fitness. That's not an excuse for them by any means. They should still have beaten us with that side. But McTominay sitting in front of the back four on his own, really, and with two much more forward-thinking players in Pogba and Bruno Fernandes, compared to this Everton side with Doucouré and Allen in the team, with Gomez more of a box-to-box player as well. It's a little bit more defensive-minded, but with enough flair and creativity in those players as well going forward. So it's a great midfield that Everton have, and it's going to be a lot harder to break them down and to get them on the counter-attack, especially as the home side. We're definitely going to look to play exactly the same way we did against United. I think trying to play quickly and with pace at the start of the game and try and get an early goal like we did against United, and then resort back to us playing really disciplined football, 2 banks of 4, not negative football, looking to break quickly with numbers, the front 4 all joining the attack, but it's going to be a lot harder. But that is how I see it going. I think we'll be trying to play exactly the same way we did against last week, and I don't blame Roy whatsoever. It's a good team, Everton, and the best way to break them down, in my opinion, is by frustrating them, drawing them out, and looking to be clinical on the counter, which for the most part we were against United. We missed some sloppy chances, but I think that we got a good chance of doing the same thing again. Although it will be harder, as I mentioned. A lot of 2-1 Palace, 3-2 Everton's, 3-1, 3-0 Palace as Jonas, 3-2s, 3-2s, 2-2. There's a lot of goals flying in, which I've seen, and that's been the theme so far this season. There's been a lot of goals across all the fixtures. Again, probably a sign of teams coming back so quickly after last season. Maybe all coming not having a full pre-season in the typical terms, in a pre-COVID world. So maybe that's a sign of not everyone quite the defense is not quite being ready yet. I don't know. But we've only conceded 1 goal, and that was one slight error. It was quite lucky that it fell to Van der Beek on the day. Should really have two clean sheets out of 2. So our defence has been coping okay. Everton's has definitely conceded a lot more. Conceding goals to West Brom the way they did should give us confidence going into this. Yes, or not, absolutely, mate. I'm no doubt about it. I'm expecting, like I did going into United game last week. I didn't know what was to come, but I was totally expecting United to win that, and anything other than a United win would be a massive bonus, and I'd be incredibly happy with that. Same applies today. I'm fully expecting the way Everton has started the season, the players that are playing, and the form that some of those players in, especially the new signings. I'm fully expecting them to beat us today. It doesn't matter how well we played in the last couple of games. You've got to be realistic against the top teams. I know we can beat anyone, and we've got 9 wins away to the top 6 teams since 2015, which is an unbelievable stat. Only Man City have got a better win rate away from home against top 6 sides than us. But that being said, you've got to pick and choose the games where we predict wins or expect to go out there and get 3 points. You can't, a game like this against Everton, even if we're at home, the home advantage doesn't really apply. It hasn't applied for us for seasons, but it doesn't apply when there's no crowd there, in my opinion. I think that you've got to look at this game as a one that Everton will be looking at as winning, the form they're in, and it's going to be very hard. They probably are going to win, but a draw or a win for us is massive. And I'm not expecting us to get anything from this. I'm just putting it out there again. Same as United, go into it. You can't be greedy in games like this. You've got to just try and put in a good performance. And if you do put in a good performance, hopefully the result will come. That's what I'm expecting. No crowd pressure. It's a good point, mate. We are passionate fans. And at the end of the day, you do see a lot of crowd pressure when we are behind or not playing well at home. All we expect of the team is 100% effort, and obviously to give us something to get excited about. And I think this season so far, the team have done that. And hopefully we can see it again today. As I agree, Richard as well. Richard Dulaki says midfield is very important today. That's where the game will be won or lost. Got to take any chances we get. Come on, you Palace. Totally agree, mate. If MacArthur and McCarthy have a game very similar to the game they played last week against Man United, I think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. Having them playing at full tilt the way they did. They bossed that midfield, and that quadruple, those 4 players in that square almost, with Saka, Kouyaté in defence, McCarthy just ahead of them. Those 4 players were brilliant, unbelievable against United, in my opinion. The way they all worked together, and then obviously everyone else was brilliant as well. But those 4 in particular, down that spine of the pitch, ran the game brilliantly, and they've got to have a similar game plan or a similar sort of performance today, all 4 players. if we're going to get anything. Teams are walking out now. Palace players walking out in those lovely new tracksuit tops and obviously the new home kit. Eze there with the headband at the back of the line with Townsend. He's gelled into the team so nicely, guys, hasn't he? The way he's come into the squad and immediately he's hit the ground running and just he seems like he just feels like he's been part of the team for. It feels like he's been part of the team for ages. The way he seems to get on with players and, you know, so the way he plays when he's come on is just full of confidence. Zaha leading the team out as well with the captain's armband. It makes me so happy seeing Zaha with the captain's armband. It's just and it's a great move by the club because more chance of him staying with the captain's armband on, I think. They're lining up now to do the handshakes or the fist pumps as they do now because of COVID. Oh, ready for this, boys. Ready for this. Yes, of course, Ricky. I will. Hello to your son, Bobby. I hope you guys are watching the game today and got your fingers crossed as well that Palace can get a good result. Thank you guys for watching. I'm hoping that we can get something today. I miss match days too, and I'm sure... you're the same as me and all the other fans watching. We want to get out there and to Sellers Park and watch the games as quickly as possible. Just going over the teams again. If you didn't hear, guys, it's the same team that we played against United. Apart from one player, Schlupp's out with a knock. He unfortunately couldn't get back on the bench for today. Neither Scott Dan, but still a strong bench. Eze comes in for his first official start for the club. He's obviously come off the bench a couple of times. Cal, hey mate, I think 2-1 to us. Richarlison and Hammers, however, look good, very much so, mate. I think they're front three. Calvert-Lewin looks brilliant. The variety of goals he scored, he's been brilliant in the air and set pieces. We still haven't looked 100% from set pieces. We did well against United, but there were a couple of instances where United probably should have hit the target from chances from set pieces, and we were fortunate to not concede in a couple of areas, but it was only a couple of times. But against teams like Everton, where they got height and they got good deliveries coming into the box from players like Rodriguez, we've got to be on it at the back in terms of the aerial balls in. Team's getting ready now. We're only a couple of minutes till kickoff. Get your thumbs up down below, guys. Like the stream if you're excited for this one. A chance to go top of the league with a win here. Like and obviously share it out to your mates. Get as many people in here as possible to watch this with us on this watch along. And I'm really pumped for this. I'm really looking forward to this. I think the teams are all going around the centre circle for. Is it going to be a minute's silence? I think it's for the police officer in Croydon who unfortunately passed away yesterday after being fatally shot by someone at the immigration centre in Croydon. Really sad that it was only a few months away from retirement as well. I heard awful stuff. You always looks grumpy, mate. I think it's a minute silent for that. They're just doing that now. The players around the centre circle. There we go. Yeah, respect to both teams there, and minute of silence there was held brilliantly there. And there was some police men and women at the game there, obviously around the ground for security reasons, of course. Even though there's no one there, but they're there and they have their black armbands and stuff on. So yeah, rest in peace to him. But anyway, onto the game now. Everton to kick off. We're about to start now. Let's change over to the watch along screen. Come on, you Palace. Getting ready to start now. Obviously, we'll have to take the knee for the Black Lives Matter stand that all the teams obviously take now before kickoff. About to do that. Are you there? Number 9. Hopefully a good game from him today. We need more of his energy up front. They take the knee. Come on, boys. Come on. Thumbs up in the chat. Let's get this massive game. Come on. And we're off. And a great stat there. Palace have never won their opening 2 games in a top flight season. And we've done that today. I've done that this season already. Hopefully we can make it 3 in a row. Everton obviously kicking off, and they start off wide right with Coleman. Ball's gone out for a Palace throw, and instantly, I know it's only a few seconds in, you expect this from Palace and from any team you're watching, but instantly we win the ball back for a throw in, and it was quick, energetic pressing. And I think, as I said, we're going to be doing exactly what we did against United early stages. Look to press them, put them under pressure, try and get an early goal in the first 10 minutes, and then resort back to what we did against United, which was defend really well and break with pace and effectiveness on the counter-attack. That is what I think we'll be doing, and I think it's the right game plan to take. Ball from McCarthy just over hit out wide to Eze, so Everton throw. Quick start. 1 minute gone already, but a quick start from Palace. Love that, guys. Thumbs up. Loads of red and blue in the chat. I love that. Let's get your predictions coming in if you haven't already. A lot of 3-2 predictions for Everton. Expecting goals, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see a few goals. Eze's beaten Coleman to the ball. Zaha picks it up. Wide left in support. Brilliant from Eze. Zaha in the box. Coleman does well there, though. And it's a corner to Palace, cleared by Mina. Brilliant from Eze. First real moment there. He's closed down Coleman, read the turn that Coleman made, pinched it, and Zaha's picked up the scraps, and he's run into the box. 3 players around Zaha. Not even 2. 3 players this time around Zaha. Eze, brilliant there to get there ahead of Coleman. It's a lively start from Eze, just what you want to see. And we've won a corner. Pickford didn't come out, looked a bit nervy there. Townsend now over this corner, looking to float one in. He floats it. It's a decent ball. Kiarte goes up. Cleared by Everton, is it? It is in the end, and there's no foul there, ref. Mina's gone down. And Kevin Friend, who's not really anyone's friend, to be honest. Another referee who's a bit of a tart, in my opinion. Gives the foul. I couldn't see any foul there, but it remains at 0-0. But there we go. First corner of the game. Good start and a lively start from Eze jumping onto that ball. Yeah, Shane, I agree, mate. I think he was just checking to see if there was a pen there, and there was no pen. Would have been interesting, though. Ball played out by Everton now. I'm going to try and do as much commentary as I can in this, guys, for those of you who aren't watching this. It's obviously on Amazon Prime if you want to know where I'm watching it. You will need an Amazon Prime subscription, I assume, but I think you can get a 3-month subscription or something if you do a trial, and you can probably watch it through a trial. But if any of you can't watch this, I'll try and commentate as much as possible, give you an idea of the feel of the game and how it's going. Eze on the ball again. He's obviously been lively early on. That's a good ball forward to Ayew. Zaha's drifted out wide left with Eze as well. He's now picked up the ball, cut inside to MacArthur. MacArthur beats one player and played it all the way to the other side to Ward now on the right. And Townsend running out wide right. Block comes in from Digne from Ward's cross, and Digne wins the next header as well. That's good defending from him. Everton get the ball back. But yeah, good little play there from Palace. But again, you can just see, not like United at all. Everton are there with numbers. It's going to be a lot harder to break them down. That's become clear already. They've got numbers behind the ball. As soon as they lose it, they get players back in position really quickly, and that's been already can see that. Shane, I agree with Richarlison's a great player, mate, and he's going to be him, Calvert-Lewin, Rodriguez are the 3 main players for me that we've got to watch out for. They're the 3 that I think are going to be the most dangerous and the most, the key to Everton's success for the season so far, or for their success that they've had so far this season. They've been the main players or the main reason for it. And we've got to watch. They're the 3 players we've got to watch. But Doucouré and Allen, they've been, commanding their midfield really well so far. Throwing to Palace on their left-hand side. A lot of play down the left already. And Ayew holds that up nicely. Ball forward as Zaha goes down. Ball forward, nothing given. Standard there. No shock there. Nothing given. Eze again, though, beating this time Rodriguez to the ball. not necessarily a slack pass from Doucouré out wide there to Rodriguez, but Eze danced in ahead of him with that turn of pace, and that's twice he's done that already. So really lively and good start from Eze, and it's the same as we've seen from him when he's come off the bench. He's had really good starts off the bench. Townsend finding his way through 2 or 3 players. He gets given the foul by Friend, even though he's beaten those players and looked to run into the Everton half. So no advantage given there. So Kevin Friend already cocking up that decision. Lovely stuff. Doesn't book any of them either. Lovely stuff. Standard. Yes, as they getting involved with... Diego, sorry to hear that, mate. Hopefully we can still get the result despite you not having your lucky shirt on. Ayew with the ball now, running down the right. One-on-one with Keane. Holds it up and plays it back to Townsend, looking to whip in on his left foot from that right-hand side. He switched to his right foot. Zaha looking to get ahead of Mina. Mina gets there just ahead of him. That was really close. If Zaha had this a little bit quicker to the ball, they could have got a toe ahead of Mina. Good defending in the end. But that's a great ball from Townsend with his weak foot. And Everton now break out. It's quite a quick start to the game. Nothing to talk of in terms of real chances. But Palace have got into really good areas early on. And continuing this good form from the last couple of games. It's just what you want to see. Digne with the ball out wide left now. Almost 6 minutes into the game. And yeah, we're doing what we, as I said, thought we'd do. Ayew and Zaha looking to press the back 4. And not sit in our own half and let them knock it about. We're looking to get out to them, force them to go long. And, you know, we've got confidence in the players behind us when we press teams. If we force them to go long, we've got players there that can deal with it. And I think that's exactly what we're doing so far. Everton had to go long there and we've ended up winning a throw-in because they haven't been able to control it. I'm surprised that wasn't given as a foul, actually. The ball bounced and it did come up quite high, and Zaha probably had a high boot there, but nothing given in the end. Good defending, as I said, from Mina. They're showing a replay. Got a throw in, and obviously I think Everton have got the ball back. Yeah, they have. Coleman plays it all the way back to Pickford, though, and they start again. Good start from Palace, looking compact, looking like we're already starting to frustrate Everton. What a touch from Eze. Long ball forward there from the defence, and Eze, brilliant touch. Unfortunately, MacArthur runs the ball out of play, but Eze, amazing touch there with players around him, putting him under pressure, and lays it off into MacArthur's stride. I tell you what, it could be a really exciting season if we have Eze. He's already looking really good this game, and if we can keep playing like this all season, we're going to get good results at some point. Foul given away there by Ward. Looked a little harsh on first glance, but I think it was the right decision. I think he pulled back Richarlison a bit. Probably, you know, most times you'd get booked for that, but I think because it's early stages, nothing given. And Kevin Friend's being a bit of a melt. He's not letting Everton take that quickly. Makes them play it from further back. And he's off. United forever, mate. Yeah, I appreciate that, mate. I think Brighton bottled it against you, but... You know, you got the win in the end. That's all that matters. Everton now. Ball sprayed out wide. Chance here. Rodriguez. First time ball into Doucouré. Doucouré there. A good defending there. Saka stayed touch tight to him. He couldn't get any power in that shot. Doucouré. It was comfortable straight into Guaita's arms. First real chance there for Everton going forward. It's a lovely ball out wide to Rodriguez. And with his weak foot, just played it first time into Doucouré. He continued his run forward. But luckily Saka was tuned into that, and he read the play, and he just stayed touch tight to him, didn't give him any space to shoot. Doucouré did get a shot off in the end, but as I said, it was no power on it because of Saka, how close he was to him. And we're up the other end now, and it's Eze on the left. I've said Eze so many times already because Eze has been key to anything we've done going forward so far. He's been instrumental in all our attacking plays so far. I know it's not led to any actual shots on goal yet, but... all the bright moments we've seen going forward as Eze's been at the heart of it, and we're almost 9 minutes in. MacArthur just gets beaten to the ball there. It's good defending from Everton. They're going to look to break quickly here as well. Gomez sprays it wide to Digne on the left into our half. He plays it further wide to Richarlison, cuts inside, and McCarthy reads that really well, comes in and cuts it out. Good block. It comes back to Gomez, though. Unfortunate that's come back to an Everton player. Sprayed back up to the other side now. Coleman to Rodriguez, who's playing wide right, looking to cut inside, of course, on that left foot. Similar system to the way we play, with wingers with stronger feet on the opposite side, so they look to cut inside all the time. I think that's something that we're familiar with and hopefully should help us defend situations like that. It's obviously much harder said than done. Gomez really starting to pull the strings in the midfield. He's made a couple of these great little long balls out wide that have fell straight to the feet of the players. Oh, Mitchell's just been beaten there. Coleman on the inside of him. 1-0 Everton. Shame, 10 minutes in, Everton's only... it's Calvert-Lewin who scores. It's Calvert-Lewin with the goal, 1-0 Everton. That's a shame, that. Shane, you say too easy. I think that it was a lovely ball, and I think Mitchell got beaten on pace there. You could say could have done better there, maybe. I might be being a bit harsh there. He stood him up. It comes back to Decore, and it's a lovely ball from Rodriguez, to be fair. It's pinpoint. And you say it's too easy. He does go between. Maybe a block should have come in from Mitchell, or Sacco came out to help Mitchell. You'd expect as a defender the block to come in and stop that ball, but it falls to Calvert-Lewin on the cut back, and it's an easy finish for him. Oh, Guaita probably would be unhappy with that. Looking at that replay, the shot went straight to Guaita, and he does get a hand on it, but the pace of the shot sends it in. I think he's such a good keeper. I think that Guaita would be unhappy with that. Letting that in. Unfortunately, I'm going to change the score. That is it's a well played. It's a great move from Everton, and it's a standard move that we've seen them do this season. Unfortunately, we've not been able to cut out that cross, and the fact we couldn't cut out that cross is what's cost us there. Well taken finish in the end. A decent goal, and I'm not going to get too unhappy with that, because I think it's a really good goal from Everton. The build up was brilliant, and it looked like they were starting to turn up a gear or so, but we've looked okay going forward as well. We just need to, again, in those attacking areas, like we did last week against United, look to try and just play a little quicker, because when we play quickly, it makes it a lot more difficult for teams playing against us with the tricky players that we've got. And I think chances will come in this game. I'm not too disheartened by that, but it's a shame to go 1-0 down 10 minutes into the game. Hopefully we could have held out a bit longer than that, but heads up, we go again. Not too disheartened. There'll be more chances to come in this game. Everton have shipped a few goals this season already, and I do think there will be more chances to come. Don't you worry. But that's a good start from Everton. And as I said, hopefully, we're playing well. I think that was the first real chance Everton created. It was a lovely through ball from Rodriguez. And again, as I said before, if we don't close players like Rodriguez down quick enough, he's going to play those sort of killer through balls to players going in behind. And it was a lovely run by Coleman. And it's a great play by Rodriguez in the end to feed him in. And obviously the cutback was standard, really. So, good goal from Everton. I can't get too unhappy with the team for that. You maybe could have stopped the cross, but, it's one of those that you'd expect Everton to get the ball in from there, if I'm honest. 1-0 Everton, but we go again. Well done there, McCarthy. Pinches the ball up, and it's now Townsend looking. And again, it's just a little bit slow there. A chance to really break at them after winning the ball back. But Everton have managed to get players back. Ayew with the ball out wide now. Keane's followed him there, and he's putting him under pressure. So is Richarlison. And Richarlison, I think, has won it off him. Ayew, too many touches. And that's probably my main criticism of Ayew. Even though last season he was so good for us, player of the season, of course. He does take so many touches on the ball, doesn't really release it quick enough at times. And that was an example there. He probably should have released it quicker. Ended up getting caught. Mitchell did switch off. You say Mitchell switched off. I think it was just a brief. Eze here with a good ball in. Eze picking it up again. The second ball. Looking to feed Townsend in, but he gets the ball back. Townsend now with a chance to cross, cutting in. And Zaha looking to header it, misses it. Mitchell joining the attack. Looks to cross, just overhits the cross. In fact, he massively overhits it, and it goes out for a goal kick. But there, good response from Palace. Good response there. We're getting into good areas, but they're so compact, and there's so many more players. It's completely different to the United game. It's nowhere near as open when we're going forward. Everton, in some ways, looking to do what we did against United, looking to just sit in. And then when they get some good decent possession, they're looking to then use those creative players to play long balls out wide and to get the ball moving quite quickly. It was a nice goal, and we probably should have cut that out at some point. Looking at the replay again, I think we were poor not to stop the original cross coming in. But Everton, again, Everton fans would be unhappy if Coleman didn't get the cross in there as well. So, we move on. We move on. It's all okay at the moment. Still plenty of time. Eze looks so confident on the ball, says Shane. I completely agree, mate. He's been the best player on the pitch for Palace so far. He's been fantastic. 15 minutes in, still plenty of time, as I said, but Every time he gets on the ball, his confidence, his touch, his ability to get the ball and release it quickly to players going forward it's been brilliant. Everton with another chance here. Richarlison on the left up against Ward. He lays off to Digne, maybe in the overlapping run, looking for another cutback, and this time MacArthur reads it, and he's there ahead of Decore and comfortably deals with it and lays it off to Townsend. We've got a throw in actually now. So there you go. That's the difference there. You know, MacArthur learning from the mistake on the foot on that goal that Everton scored, and he's cut out that. Very similar to that goal that Everton scored. You know, Digne getting past Ward because of that overlapping run and looking to cut back. Luckily, the team just dropped back a bit. You know, we weren't on the goal line. We were taking a yard back in preparation for that, and we've dealt with the cutback. So, you know, we've got to look to do that a bit more. We've won the throw-in down here with Wilf. Digne, good tackle. No need to panic. No need to panic so far. If you're enjoying the stream, guys, we've got over 100 of you in. Thank you so much for watching. This is fantastic stuff. Please drop a like if you're new to the channel. And, of course, if you want to donate at all any money to the Players for Life Foundation, the marathon march I'll be doing in a few weeks, that would be amazing. Link is in the description. Any money you donate towards that, I would be hugely appreciative of. A few weeks until that. I'm sure any Palace fans in the stream, most of you are Palace fans, will know how big the Marathon March is and Palace for Life Foundation, what they do to the community. So any donations would be greatly appreciated. Palace have got a corner here. Almost 16 minutes in. Townsend to whip it in with his left foot. Whips it in. He goes deep and it's over hit just. Tayo gets a foot on it, but it's over his head really. Poor from corners. I don't know why Eze's not on the corners. He's starting today and during pre-season he was on the corners. And he was doing some great deliveries in pre-season on the corners. So I'm a bit confused as to why Townsend now is all of a sudden the corner taker. Doesn't make much sense to me because his corners, the first one was okay, a lofted one from the left-hand side. The right-hand side looking to whip it in on his left foot, way over hit. I'd put Eze on the set pieces. I'd love to know your thoughts. Yeah, Richard, of course, their midfield three is much better than our midfield. And even when we're playing really well, they're a really good side, Everton, with their midfield. So I don't want people to start overreacting to this. Obviously, if you're upset with anything, then of course it's your opinion. But I honestly don't think people should overreact to us going 1-0 down to this Everton side. It's a very good Everton team, a very good midfield. And we got done by, it's a poor pass there from Decore as I say that. And Townsend's latched onto it. Two players here, Allen, really good defending there to get back and help. But we still got it. Ward's on the wide right, move out the way. Oh, the camera angle there was crap. Still got it just a bit scrappy on the right, but it's played into MacArthur. Chances are one more. No, he looks to get the shot off. Eze was probably too far behind him to help Zaha there, but we still got the ball. Eze cutting in. Mitchell's just overrun there, and Eze's pass was just behind him. Overhit the ball from Gomez. Gomez, every time he's getting the ball, is looking to switch play instantly to try and just get into that space on the pitch because he knows the space is obviously on the opposite side of the pitch. So the aim there, when Gomez is on the ball, he's instantly looking to switch. Got to close him down. Rodriguez is instantly looking to play those balls in behind. Got to close him down as well, of course. It goes without saying. But Eze again getting involved well there. And half a chance there for Palace. It was a nice little play, nice little build-up. Wilf just couldn't get that extra yard to get the shot off. It was a good block in the end. I think it was from Mina. But, you know, good there from Palace. It's a good response since the goal, to be fair. It's been all Palace, really, since the goal. Nothing coming in terms of testing Pickford as of yet, which is a little annoying, only because I know that Pickford's got an error in him, and he made the two goals that conceded against Fleetwood in midweek for the League Cup were errors from Pickford, and he's starting again today. You know, a bit of pressure on him to get a good performance in after a couple of errors he's made in midweek. I'd love us to just try and, put him under a bit more pressure by getting some actual shots on target at goal. And although Zaha got the shot off there, it was easily blocked. Poor touch there from Decore, and he almost gets there, but Decore does end up recovering. So we're still looking to press. We're still looking to press in the front areas. Just got to be careful of those quick through balls. If they beat our midfield line or if they beat our attacking line and the players have time to turn, got to be switched on to, cut out those through balls and to sit back in. Rodriguez looking to get the ball in, and it's a bit of a shanked clearance from Sacco. He does deal with it, but it goes out for a corner rather than clearing it up the pitch. Bit of a shank clearance. So this is going to be a test here. First corner for Everton. Can we just deal with this, please, boys, and not not give away a free header. We know how good Calvert-Lewin is in the air. He's obviously on fire. He scored again today. What a start to season he's had. And they played it short, Rodriguez. Eze looking to get out wide to help Townsend. Brilliant there from Townsend. Stopped the short corner brilliantly. Cuts out Digne's little flick. Digne's got it back though, and he's got it to Rodriguez. And MacArthur's there to get in there. And it's a throw to Everton to Gomez. Right-footed, whipped in. McCarthy heads away at the near post. Mitchell beats Richarlison to the ball there. Brilliant from Eze's little layoff there was just under hit, and Richarlison does pick that up. But good defending there from Palace. Mitchell there after what was, you can say, was his mistake, not tracking Coleman's run probably as well as we would have liked for the opening goal. Probably could have done better there. I'm not going to be too critical of him. He's still a young player, still trying to find his feet in Premier League football. But it was a good recovery there. Nice little bit of defending against Richarlison. Millwall, Dominic, is the team in London we hate most. They're local rivals. Mitchell, great challenge there. And it comes off Coleman. It's still in play, but Mitchell dealt with it well. He deals with it again. It's gone for it's a Crystal Palace. No, it's an Everton throw-in. But well defended there from Mitchell. I think since the goal, he's done well defensively. He's done well. It's not phased him at all. He's just got on and got back up and got on with it, which is what you love to see from a young player. He still has the confidence to get out there. It hasn't phased him at all. Same with Eze. He's still looking as just as bright and as prominent as ever. Yeah, it's a shame there. I think Guaita, they're just showing that goal again because Guaita gets a big hand on it. And on reflection, he probably should have kept that out, to be honest. He'll be disappointed there. First error really this season, I think you can say Guaita's had. He's been brilliant, as has most of the team, obviously, on this start to the season. But he will be unhappy not to have kept that out. Slight error from Mitchell to lose Coleman behind him for the cutback. And then an error there from the keeper not to keep it out, in my opinion. But it was still all good. Richard, mate, that's nothing to do with me. That's just good block there. Everton, when they go forward, they are looking dangerous. It's very hard. Rodriguez on his right foot, looking to play a 1-2. Well cut out. Are you getting back and helping there? Now we look to break. Zaha turns Mina with ease. And Eze into the half. He's looking to play a pass quickly. Nothing really on. And it's slowed down a bit, unfortunately. Zaha's been booked. What's this for, Kevin? What's this been for, Kevin? We've got a player, Mina. Look at the size of Mina down on the floor, and it's been given as a foul for Everton. Let's say they were showing Eze there. They didn't show what happened. Was Zaha's been booked for what? Yeah, sorry, mate. It's a delay. It's nothing to do with me. It's just the delay of YouTube. There's a natural delay between what I'm saying and how long it takes to come out onto the video for you to see, if you get what I mean. So it's YouTube. It's not me. I'm watching it at the same time as you, but you're just seeing it 2 minutes later. Yeah, Zaha is ahead there. Oh, what is that? That's not even a foul. Kevin Friend instantly blows the whistle and books Zaha for that. We're on the break, mate. What is he talking about? Look, Mina's there looking. He's got a hand on Wilf. How is that a yellow card, ref? Kevin Friend is an absolute tart, honestly. How is he booking Wilf there? Mina's got a hand on his arm. Zaha jumps to get out of the way of Mina because he's trying to bring him down. And then Mina holds. Obviously, Zaha clips Mina at some point there, obviously. But to say Mina's pulling him as much as Zaha's getting it, there's no tussle there, if you get what I mean. One person's player's getting pulled, the other one's trying to get out of the way of Mina, accidentally clips his ankle, and all of a sudden it's a yellow card for Wilf. And we're on the attack. We're looking good there as well. Kevin Friend, you tart. I'm glad the mic's clean, Lucas. I'm glad. Everton with the ball. Townsend cuts out Digne's through ball for a throw-in. We're looking okay, I think when Everton are in our final third, they're looking quite good. And I think we are a little bit, I would say, slow getting out to them. We are trying to close them down, but I think the way they're moving and their movement of the ball is a lot quicker and a lot more slick than United. And obviously now that we're in a losing position, it obviously makes it a little bit harder for us to be able to move out and puts a bit more pressure on us. So, I don't think we've necessarily been playing poorly. It was just a moment, a lapse in concentration for Mitchell and Guaita that led to that goal, unfortunately. Yeah, ridiculous, Kevin Friend. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I'm not saying anything, Yusuf. That's your opinion. I'm not gonna. I'm not saying anything. Um, got Zaha on the ball now. Lovely little layoff to MacArthur. Lovely flick to McCarthy, and the 1-2 there was brilliant. Oh, just overhit the pass to Townsend. Yeah, just not being. Not, our passes not sticking like they did against United. Unfortunately, when we are starting to build up an attack, Everton is, as I said, defending well. You have to say, and it's a ball from Digne, well overhit. Mitchell clears quite comfortably, and Ward picks up the header from Mitchell. Good defending there from Mitchell. As I said, it's a good response from him after being involved in the Everton goal there, and for him his response has been really good. A couple of great challenges, defending well, good header there, as I said. And that's all I'm looking for when we do go a goal down. You don't overreact. I don't personally overreact unless it's obviously an absolute howler from a player. All I care about is how we react to that, and if we can show a bit of enthusiasm and intent going forward. And we still haven't tested Pickford yet, but there's still time. Obviously, only 25 minutes in to the game, still plenty of time in this half, and we've got a chance here at Townsend, right on the edge of the box, going down the wide right. Will he cross in with his right foot? He does, and he wins us a corner. Another corner. It's going to be Townsend to take again, and I'm really get Eze on a corner. I'd love to see Eze take it because his corners were so good in pre-season. I don't know why we've changed that. Townsend is loaded the box. Everton, they've got so many players back. Whipped in, header, yes! Get in there! We scored from a set piece, boys. Told you about the response, and Pickford's pressure was on him for today, and he's let in a goal against Palace. What a ball in, and that's what Townsend was trying to do on that corner last time, which you overhit, and Ayew ended up keeping it in. He's done exactly the same sort of cross there, whipped in, and Kouyaté peels off his marker, and it's a header at the back post, a cross goal, easy goal, and we've scored from a corner, 1-1. Change the score there. 1-1, boys. 1-1. Come on. Game on now. Obviously, Everton are going to have more chances in this game, of course, but 1-1. Let's go. Chelsea going top. Zaha is trash. You're just jealous, mate. And it is 1-1 there. Kouyaté with the goal. Big up Checker Kouyaté. What a player. What a man. Let's go, boys. Let's go. You're right, Diego. I can't remember last time we scored from a corner. Lovely, lovely cross from Townsend. That's what he was trying to do with his earlier corner, and this time it's worked. Great ball in, and I'd love to see who was marking Kouyaté there. I didn't see the replay, but the way he's peeled off back and he's just got his head over it and bang, headed down, and Pickford no chance. He'll be unhappy with the defence there, I'm sure. Pickford loves a moan, as most keepers do, to be fair. But there we go, 1-1, and it's game on. And Everton obviously up the other end. They've gone right at the other end to try and create something. MacArthur's dealt with it, and he's won a foul there brilliantly. As I said, guys, it was a great response from the goal, and we continue. It was a great response, going 1-0 down the way, not in the way we did. Oh, it's just a great leap. Richarlison can't stop that. He's leapt like a salmon at the back post, and Pickford, he's gone flapping at it, but the pace of the header was too much, and Checker Kouyaté gives everyone there in the Everton side a lesson on how to head the ball. 1-1, game on, 15 minutes left of the half. Let's go. Brilliant stuff. And we're on the attack again here. Eze, again, as I said, he's already been involved with most of Palace's good play going forward. And he's involved here again. Ayew picking up the ball now. Mina's followed him right to the byline, right by the corner flag. And we've won a corner there. Another corner. It's the other side now. Will it be Townsend or someone else to whip it in? The whipped in balls have clearly worked. The one we've had has clearly worked. There's a chance again here. Chance again here, and it's Eze on it. I told you, this is what we should be doing. Eze on the corner. Eze's on this side to whip it in. Just what I want. Whip it in. Can we do it again? Can we do it again? It's a whipped in ball. It's a bit of an aerial one. It's well cleared by Keane, and it's fallen to McCarthy. He's got a solid half volley on that, but now it's time for Everton's on the counter. It's a great ball forward to Richarlison, but Townsend tracking back brilliantly. Richarlison into the box looking to cut in. He's just done it one way and then another. Townsend with the challenge though. Brilliant. And again, brilliant. No, it's not a handball. Look how close he is. Don't be silly, Everton. Look how close he is. Ward, brilliant defending. And that is I have to say, that was a great counter-attack from Everton. Really, really good. Great counter-attack. And it's a corner now. They're going to go to check VAR to see if this was a handball from Ward. For me, I don't think it is. I think that's just hit him square in the chest. Oh, it's hit. No. The new rule is obviously that the shirt line. It's hit him level on that shirt line. You can't give that as a handball. The big blue toffee, mate, you can't give that as a handball because it's hit him on the shirt line. The new rule is the shirt where it comes across. That's where the handball is. It's hit him above that. You can't give that as a handball, I'm afraid, mate. It's not an unnatural position. You can't give that as a handball, I'm afraid. And I will be incredibly shocked if they give this as a handball. I'll be gutted because it's not a handball. It's a good block. It's a good block. They're looking at it for a long time, and it's a corner. Yeah. No handball, as I thought. I think that would have been incredibly harsh. The new handball rule, guys, remember, where the short sleeve shirt, basically, it's level with your armpit, where that comes across to your armpit. You know, anything down from that is a handball. That clearly hit Ward on his shirt up here. Corner then, Rodriguez whips in. Oh, and it's just too high. Mina has given away a foul. Ref's called for a foul. Free kick to Palace in the box. Mina just too high. Mina got his head to it, but it was just over it went straight up in the air because he couldn't get over it. It was just too high, the cross. But half a chance there for Everton. Obviously, the foul in the end means that it's our free kick and it didn't matter. But yeah, United did get lucky. But then again, what was Mopai doing with his hand up here? It's not a pen, I'm afraid, mate. Big blue toffee, I'm sorry to tell you. Allen with the ball here, and it's a Palace throw. There's no foul there. He's given a foul for that. Come on, Kevin, mate. Stop bottling it. Thank you, Owen, for subscribing. Of course, guys, if you're new to the channel and you're enjoying this content, please give us like down below, subscribe, and share the stream as well. They're showing these replays again and again. It's not a pen. I'm sorry, guys. It's not a pen. Oh, and there's Zaha pressing again. We're still pressing high up, and Zaha and Ayew have been brilliant today in terms of putting the defence under pressure. And Zaha pinched the ball there. Now it's our turn to attack. That ball cut out though by Coleman, and they've got the ball around the defence again. But we've got high press again. McCarthy getting involved. We're looking to press them high up the pitch. Oh, and he's given a foul away, McCarthy. It's a shame there. And Kevin Friend's going to have a word with James McArthur. I don't think he'll book him here, but it'll be like a final warning there because Everton were on the counter-attack. They played well there, Everton, to get out of that because we were pressing high and they played around it, which was well played, you know. But yeah, that all started, our chance there, basically from Zaha and Ayew again, pressing from the front. And their job up front's been crucial to success we've had so far this season, early part of the season. Looking to press from the front, and they've done really well in that regard. And it's Digne who passes it back to Keane. Obviously, Everton in possession of the ball now. And as I said, it's okay when they have the ball here. Ayew and Zaha are still looking to give them a press them there and to put them under pressure. And he's done it again, Wilf, and he's blocked the cross, but it's deflected to Calvert-Lewin. And we've got and Ayew just couldn't keep the ball in there. It goes out for an Everton throw. But again, Zaha blocking the initial ball. It did fall to Calvert-Lewin in the end, but it was still great pressing there from Wilf and Ayew up front. And this is where you've got to just be careful when Everton do get through that midfield line and they're starting to run down the wing or down the middle. That's when they're most dangerous. We do cancel that out though. Defending well today, apart from that error in the goal. All in all, been a solid defensive display. We've won a free kick there. We've been held by Mina. Referee's seen that one, and it's a free kick to Palace on the halfway line. Palace aren't going down, I'm afraid, mate. It's your opinion, of course. I think we've got enough to stay up. What counts as an unnatural position if the ball's outside the silhouette of the body, I think is what they're classing that as. A poor pass from Doucouré again. It's a chance here. Townsend counter-attacking. Wilf to his left. He's cut inside. And again, Gomez and Allen are back there quickly to defend. Zaha looking to cut in, and Mina and Allen kind of sandwich it, and it's not. Oh, it's an offside. Zaha was offside anyway. Doesn't matter, even if he did get through there. But yeah, it's as good defending there from Everton. We were looking to counter quickly there, and it would have been nice if we were a bit quicker there and a bit more ruthless. No, Richard, Everton and Chelsea fans are more than welcome to come in here and watch, but just be careful what they say in the chat. You know, I'm not about getting into arguments or for people to start arguing in the chat. It's all just to get just a chance to watch the game and exchange thoughts on the game. And obviously Palace I think we're doing well. I think Everton, it's been an even game, I have to say. Everton with more chances or looking a lot. I think Everton are looking the better team in the final third. Don't get me wrong. They've tested our keeper just as much as we've tested Pickford's. But all in all, defensively, we're looking sound. I think Everton are defending well. When we pinched the ball a couple of times. Doucouré's not had the best of games, I'd have to say. He's had a couple of sloppy passes that were cross field that we've cut out, and we've been alert and onto it. And but we've not made the most of the counter attacks from those positions, and that's been mainly down to Everton getting into good shapes and doubling up on Wilf, sometimes tripling up. Whenever he's got on the ball, they're defending well, which is something that their defence hasn't been great in the last couple of games. Obviously against Spurs they didn't have much to deal with, but against West Brom in particular they weren't amazing, and they did concede some goals to Fleetwood in the end, although that was more goalkeeping errors than defence. I do think that we're doing okay. Oh, that's not a handball. Bloody Everton players keep on going on about bloody handballs. Ball came in and it was cleared in the end by Palace. And we're looking to counter now. It's a lovely ball from McCarthy out wide to Wilf. That is a lovely ball. And Wilf a chance one-on-one with Mina. Doucouré's there to help him. Instantly looking to get 2 or maybe 3 players onto Wilf ASAP to cancel that threat out. So it's good defending there because it's hard to play the ball back there instead of looking to take a player on. Gomez fouls Eze there. It's a lovely little bit of dribbling from Eze. Wins the foul. Kevin Friend I think there's going to be a last chance for Gomez as well. He won't book him here. I don't think it's a booking either. It's going to just be a last chance. They're checking VAR again for this bloody penalty. What? Oh, no. Oh, no. They're going to give this... Oh, no. It's hit his hand. It's hit his hand. This could be given as a pen, guys. This could be given as a pen. The hand's just outside his body. It's not a header on goal. It's just headed down. It's going to land... I think this is going to be given as a pen, I'm afraid, guys. I think this is going to be given as a penalty. The new rule, if it's outside the silhouette, I think this is going to be given. They're looking at this for a long time. They've been looking at this. I think he's far enough away from the player as well. Yeah, it's a pen. Oh no, he's looking at the screen. He's not given it yet. He's going to look at it. It's more than likely he's going to give this as a pen. I think this is going to be given as a penalty, guys. The referee's going over to the little telly, Kevin Friend, and this is less than 10 minutes to half time. They're going to give this as a pen. They're going to give this as a pen. No doubt in my mind, they're going to give this as a pen. No doubt in my mind. Purple cards coming out in the chat. It's not a natural position, mate. I know it looks natural, but it's away from the body. Yeah, they're given a penalty. It's a shame. It's a shame, but it's the new rule. It's the new rule. The first one wasn't because it was by his side and it was up here. That one was because it was just outside of his body line. It stopped the ball going through to a striker, and it also was... He was far enough away. I think it's harsh. It's so harsh. But I'm expecting anything like that in the other area, the other side of the pitch. I'm expecting anything like that to be given to us as well. You know, consistency, please. But I do think that's a penalty. And now it's all down to Richarlison to make it 2-1 Everton. It's a shame because as I said, we've been playing well. I don't think that we deserve that at all. Come on, Vincente. Need a big save from you. Chance here for Everton to go 2-1 up with just over 5 minutes till half time. I do think that it was a goal. Come on, please save it. Please save it. Richarlison looking at the ball. Vincente Hasn't got a great record in saving pens. Richarlison stepping up, little stutter, and it's a good pen. Vincente goes the right way, but it's put in top corner. Shame. Shame. All I'm saying though, guys, as I said, I hope that if anything like that comes our way in the rest of the game, I'm expecting it to be given as a pen for us as well. Guys in the chat, if we can just stop spamming. No need to spam in the chat, guys. I know you're happy that was given, that you scored, that you should be. You're fans of Everton, or you're not fans of Palace, but a little less of the spam. That's all I ask for. Nice pen. It's a great pen from Richarlison. 2-1 Everton, and yeah, by the letter of the law, that's a penalty now. The handball rule. Thomas, I think no, it's a long season, mate. I don't think we will this season. I think there's too many good teams above us, but I think there's a good chance that we can. I do think there's a good chance that we can finish top 10 the way we're playing at the moment. Again, we've been playing quite well this game. I do think so. It's unlucky on Ward because his head's turning as it hits his hand, but it's nothing really he can do about it. But it is the new rule. It's all good. Heads up, 5 minutes to go to half time. We responded really well from going 1-0 down. We've got to do the same now that we've gone 2-1 down. And whoever predicted 3-2 or 2-2, that prediction is well and truly on. There's been goals yet again in this half. In this game in general, goals have been flying in across the Premier League. Good pen from Richarlison, and as I said, I think that is a pen, unfortunately, because of the letter of the law now. 2-1, but still plenty of time. Let's not panic. We responded really well, as I said, to going 1-0 down. Let's try and hopefully do the same again. Keep the same game plan because it's been working quite well. Just got to make sure that we get a little tighter to players in the final third, I think, when Everton are attacking, because they look a little bit... They look dangerous going forward, and I think we're giving them a little bit too much time to work with in those areas. So just need to limit them to the time they're having. Limit the time they're having, I should say. Sorry. And there we go. And then I think we'll be okay. Unfair, man. I don't think it's unfair, mate. Well, it's a little harsh, of course, but if that's the new handball rule this season. It's different to last season. It's a lot more scrutiny on the defending team if the ball hits a player's hand. It's much more likely the ref's going to go and give the penalty, especially if it's outside that natural silhouette of the body, as unfortunately Ward's technically was. Everton with the ball here, Decore. Let's try and keep it going, guys. Let's get to half-time, stay at 2-1 down. We good half-time team talk. We go again second half. There was a difference between the two, mate, because the first one was Ward was closer to the ball when the cross came in from Richarlison. It hit him on the sleeve of the ball. His sleeve, it was in his silhouette. His arms were by his side. It hit him on the sleeve, and the new handball rule says it's from the sleeve level with your armpit down is a handball. If it hits you in this area of your arm, it's not a handball. And that's why it wasn't given the first one. The second one was he was further away. The hand was just outside from his silhouette. It was much more away from the body. Hit him on the actual hand, and it stopped a good chance going forward. Here we go, though. There's a chance here. Ayew, wide right. That's a good challenge flying in from Digne, but we still got it with Ayew. Can we get a ball in? Townsend helping now. Looking for something, and no one there in support. Get the ball in. Get the ball in quicker there, boys. But that's why they were different, mate. One was a pen, one wasn't, Jay, in my opinion. Hope that explains it. They're looking dangerous going forward. Yes, Everton are looking dangerous going forward. To be fair, they're 2-1 up, mate. They are 2-1 up. Chelsea are going to the top. Can you stop spamming red cards and stuff in the chat? Because there's no, I'm watching it live and there's no need. There's no need. Surely you guys have got better things to do. Better things to do with your weekend than to pester everyone in the chat. Just enjoy the game, mate. Anyway, yeah, a minute until injury time in the first half. We've got Palace going forward again. Mina with his hands all over Wilf again. Ref, thank you. And we've won the free kick. Mina with his hands all over him. Kevin Friend's done well there. Here we go. So it's a good start. It's a good... it's a good response from going behind. Chance here, though. McCarthy looking to put a ball in deep. And it's Saka at the back stick looking to header. That's a corner, ref. Corner, ref. And it's gone for giving a goal kick. Just a little bit too much in that from McCarthy. I don't think Saka could really get enough leverage to header that across. It was a bit high. Goes out in the end for a goal kick. But again, good response from going behind. Good response. Good work from obviously Everton going forward. They are looking dangerous, but I do think that we're looking quite good going forward as well. Just need to get crosses in a bit quicker, shots off a bit quicker, because Pickford's not been tested anywhere near enough. But we're getting into good areas. It's just that final ball and shot that we need to worry about, which has been a problem for us for a while. But it's all geared up for someone like Batshuayi to come on and make an impact, maybe, or Benteke if you're wanting to change the route that we're going. But I think it's working. The style of play we're doing at the moment is working. It's just getting those shots and crosses off quicker. Decent idea there. The ball forward, Zaha slipped slightly, and it's back. Everton have it around the back. 4 minutes added time because of obviously the VAR decisions. They're disgusted with the pen, the Amazon commentary team. I understand, mate, because I don't think they understand the new rule. I think that is a penalty with the new rules. And as frustrating as it is, I'm definitely frustrated because I don't think we deserve to be going in at half-time behind. Yes, Everton have been the better team, but I don't think they should be too... They've looked like a side who should be, should have scored 2 goals in this half necessarily. I think we've defended quite well in large parts. Eze breaking forward now. Eze into the box, get a shot off. Oh, he's looking to play it to Townsend. Why didn't you shoot, Eze? Great chance going forward there. And now Everton looking to counter. Do not concede now, boys. Do not concede. That ball's behind Richarlison there from Doucouré. Doucouré not having the best of halves, really. Good chance. Eze had a lovely little run there. Could have laid it out wide. He looked to lay it out wide to Townsend. Realistically, the space had opened up for him to shoot. And I'm sure Roy at half-time is going to be telling them, when you get into those areas around the box, have a shot. Don't need to walk it in or look to play out wide for cutbacks all the time. Get shots on goal because, Pickford... He's been fumbling a few shots on goal of late. He's not the most confident keeper at the moment. Although he may portray that to people, he's not full of confidence. Get shots off, put him under pressure. I wouldn't make any subs yet, Diego. I think we're playing quite well. I think the team are playing well, and the tactics are right. It's just we were unlucky with that penalty shout. It's one of those things that are going to be given nowadays in the Premier League. Unfortunately, those sort of handball calls. So, it's one of those things. It's not necessarily anyone's fault. The first goal was a little bit of an error defensively, yes, from the keeper and from Mitchell, I have to say. I'm not going to get overreact to that, though, because it was good play from Everton to break us, to open us up. But apart from that, I think we're playing well. McCarthy and MacArthur are doing okay. Oh, poor from Cheku Kouyaté there. That's a poor pass. And yeah, MacArthur has to foul in there. He's probably going to be booked for that. Great chance for Everton to go 3-1 up. This is going to be probably the last chance of the first half as well. Poor from Kouyaté there. That's the first mistake he's made. He's put them through on a 3-on-3 scenario, and MacArthur's had to foul Rodriguez there on the edge of the box. He's had to do that. It was opening up for him as well. Takes the yellow card, which is, well played from MacArthur. They had to take the yellow card. Sloppy from Kouyaté, and he's put us in a position now, right on half-time, where the game could start, if they score here, very, very tricky to get anything out of this. And it's Rodriguez over it. It's the one player you probably right now don't want to see over a free kick, and it's Rodriguez. If this goes in, there's players all Gomez, Rodriguez, Digne, they're all good free kick takers. Come on, Vincente. He's left a lot of room out to his right there. It's opening it up for the Everton players. Please deal with this. It's injury time, mate. That's why the clock's gone. It only does 45 minutes. Whistle blows. It's Rodriguez is going to take, and Vincente reads it, shuffles across, and catches it calmly. And breathe. If that goes in, it's almost game over in my mind. But he deals with it. It's 10 seconds to half time. That should be it, guys, for the first half. Maybe one more chance here. Played advantage. Eze going forward. MacArthur. Can we get one crossing? Cross it in. Cross it in. Cross it in. Cross it in. Don't waste any time with it. Just get the ball in, lads. Mitchell, he plays it in along the floor, and the cutback doesn't get to MacArthur. Coleman now being put under pressure. And that is half-time. And then it's half-time, 2-1 to Everton. And guys, I will be back in just a minute. I'm just going to get a quick drink, a quick break. Obviously got plenty of time to talk about what's happening in that first half. Let me know your thoughts down below. For these guys that are back, spamming rubbish. I know they've got nothing better to do on their weekends than to just watch a game. And to just, I've given them a proper, like a 5-minute timeout, and they're still coming back and spamming rubbish in the chat. But anyway, 2-1 Everton, guys. I will be back in just a moment. Stay around. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back to talk about that first half in just a minute. Quick break. See you in a second. Hello everyone. I'm back. First half ends. Palace go in losing 2-1 at home to Everton. It's a first half that's interesting because I think that honestly was fairly even first half, if I'm honest. I think Everton have looked much more threatening in the final third. I think every time they get in the final third with a bit of space, with a bit of time, they look like they're going to create something. They do. When we get in the final third, I think Everton are doing very well to get out wide to Wilf, and Wilf drifts out wide. He's getting doubled and tripled up on a lot, and he's forced to play the ball back. And by the time he does that, if we are breaking with any speed whatsoever, that gives Everton time to get players to drop back in, and makes it a lot harder for us, of course. And I think that's been shown in how few shots on goal we've had in this game. How few times we've tested Pickford. I think it's only really once. Maybe I don't think he's had a real save to make. Even the goal was the only real shot on goal he's had to worry about, and it's gone in. And that's maybe a sign that we should be testing him more from outside the box, because we have got into good areas in and around the box, but we've looked to play it out wide all the time and to try and get the crosses coming in and the cutbacks. When really maybe when we're getting in those areas in and around the box, try and have a shot at goal. Put Pickford under a bit of pressure. A couple of handball shouts. In fact, it was from sorry, just watching the replays now. Yeah, the handball that was given, it's a really strange one. It's one that I'm saying is definitely a pen because of the new rules. In reality, it's a silly rule to have. It should never be given as a pen. And it is so stupid, because where is the defence? What is Ward there in real time? When you look how quick the head curve is coming down, what's Ward meant to do there realistically? All I'm asking for then is consistency. I want the same things to be given if it happens at the other end of the pitch. But it's such a silly rule. It's a silly rule, and it's stupid, really, whoever's come up with that rule, for defenders to be penalised for any sort of handball away from their body at that speed, at that pace, at that distance from the player. I do think it is a bit silly. It was a good penalty from Richarlison. And as I said, I'm not angry because of... I'm not angry about Everton appealing it, or Everton, getting... the penalty, because that is the rule at the end of the day. I'm angry at the rule itself and why that is now a penalty nowadays. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. And I think it's very harsh on us, because we did really well to get back in the game when we went 1-0 down, which was, again, a slight error from Mitchell, I think. He switched off just briefly, and it was a great through ball from Rodriguez, who, again, didn't quite close him down quick enough there. And as I said in my preview, he's going to punish us if we don't close him down quick enough. Gomez has been spraying balls left and right, looking to play aerial balls to switch the play and to just create space, which he did brilliantly for the goal. Watching it back, it's just a lovely run from Coleman, and it's a great first-time through ball, weighted beautifully, like an underlapping run from Coleman to get behind Mitchell. And it was a good cutback. Probably should have been saved by Guaita in the end. He'll be unhappy not to save that. And it's 1-0. But then, as I said, since the goal, we went up the other end and we were getting into good areas, putting Everton under pressure. They dropped back a few yards. And then all of a sudden, a corner came in earlier in the game where Townsend's been on the corners. I'd love to know what you guys think about that, because I think Eze in pre-season was on the corners all the time. On all the pre-season games, Eze, when he was playing, was on the corners, and he was really good with the corners. We had some great deliveries. We looked to create a lot more with the set pieces and the dead ball scenarios when Eze was on them. And now all of a sudden in this game, when Eze is starting, we've got Townsend on all of them, and it didn't make sense. Townsend did play a ball from the same corner flag, played in a deep ball just before, which he looked to whip in like he did for the goal, and he just overhit it. And at that point, I was like, yeah, get Eze on the corners. Why are we doing this? But then all of a sudden, whipped in again from Townsend. This time he gets it right. He weights it perfectly, and Kyoto takes a step forward, leaps, and just destroys, I think it was Richarlison in the air. And it was very, very easy in the end to... and it was a very, very well taken header. Nothing Pickford could have done about it. And it's a great response to, as I said, going 1-0 down. I think we got into good areas. We looked to put Everton under pressure. We got to the byline, got corners. And we took the chance when it came, the great ball in, and at last how many times have we said realistically in the last few seasons Crystal Palace have scored from a corner, and it's great to be able to say that. It's another thing to tick off the list of things that I'm happy to see from this season so far. A lot more, we scored goals in every game so far. We're looking to play a lot more exciting football when we break forward, looking to press a little bit higher with a bit more intensity, a little bit more urgency. It's as I said, a shame we're going in 2-1 down, because I think that we deserve to be level. I think the teams are being very even. The only difference really has been in the final third, where I think Everton have tested our defence a lot more, or have got more shots off than we have. But apart from that, it has been even. I think we've done. Everton have had some sloppy passes. I think Decore's had quite a sloppy game so far. Obviously everything could change second half, and I do think that we've had some sloppy little periods of play. Chiarte, of course, gave the ball away just on half time, and it ended when that sloppy ball resulted in MacArthur giving away a free kick, taking a yellow card, and luckily Guaita was on hand to stop that free kick going in, because it was a dangerous position for Everton right on half time, and it all came from a sloppy pass from Chiarte. So I think both teams have been a bit sloppy in possession. We've been sloppier in possession than we were against United, which hopefully we can change. But at the end of the day, we've been quite similar. The two teams have been quite similar, and it's a VAR decision that separates the two teams at the moment. I don't think Everton fans. Yeah, Everton 98, clearly an Everton fan in the chat, says he's surprised we got the penalty. Mate, I think we are as well. I'm not surprised, because that is the rule now, technically. The rule is, a handball is going to be given if it's just outside the silhouette of the body. It's completely unfair on defenders. Completely unfair. But at the end of the day, that is going to be the case now in the season. All I ask for is consistency, and that is going to be, we're going to see a lot more penalties given now, because even though Ward was only a couple of yards away there from Digne, and the header was a bullet header down in trying to play a ball to Richarlison, Ward couldn't really react to get rid of his hand, and the slow motion makes it look a lot worse, because obviously it's not full pace, full speed, and it makes the handball look worse, and in many ways it's incredibly harsh on defenders now, and I think it's too harsh. I think the rule needs to be looked at and changed, but by the letter of the law that is going to be given as penalty, which is why I'm not livid with that decision. It shouldn't be a penalty, because it's incredibly stupid, the rule, but the fact it is a rule, and that by the letter of the law is stonewall by the letter of the law, but it shouldn't be. I hope you get what I mean by that. Very harsh to be going in 2-1 down off the back of that decision in particular. Understand why it's given, but still harsh. And realistically, I think we're still in this game. I think this is, as I said, I'd rip your arm off for a draw. That comment still stands, and I think we're in a good position to get a draw out of this. I'd be very surprised if it finishes 2-1 this game. I still think there are goals in it. Whether one of them can come our way or not remains to be seen. It has been an even game. Bobby Lee Ross, even game so far, can't lie, can still go either way. I totally agree, mate. Very even game. And I do think, it's a game where a chance for someone like Batshuayi, who's now got a bit of game time, he's obviously got back into the squad, got familiar with. He's obviously, it's a lot easier for him to come straight into the side and start playing, because he had that season on loan with us a few years back, which was massive, I think, for us re-signing him. But the fact he's back now, this is the sort of game where he could come off the bench and create, and we can create that moment. He can get that shot off to, get us back level, or to get us into a winning position. I think it's set up for someone like Batshuayi to come on and make an impact. When we're lucky, we've got that sort of depth up front now on the bench. We've got Benteke. If things start getting a lot more long ball and physical, we could chuck him on there. If we're losing with 10 minutes, 5 minutes, further 10 minutes to go, get him up there as another body to do flick-ons, etc., and put them under pressure. We know Everton concede goals. That's another game here where they've conceded. They've struggled to get clean sheets. The first game against Spurs, I think Spurs were so awful that it would have been hard not to have got a clean sheet against Spurs in that first game. Not taking anything away from Everton, they were brilliant, but I think their defence against West Brom wasn't great, and we've got to remember that. We've got to keep on putting them under pressure, and chances will come. Yeah, Pickford and Whitey haven't really had anything to do apart from pick the ball out of the nets. And I think neither have had real shots to contend with. Looking at this again, it is harsh. It is harsh. It's been given as a handball because that is the new law change. So the refs are only going off the law. Hand arm is clearly away from the body and outside the body line. That is the handball interpretation they're showing on Amazon right now. Ball travels some distance. Again, he was probably further than a yard away. Deflection clearly makes no difference to the ball touching a hand arm that's clearly extended away from the body and or above the shoulder. I think that is what, by the letter of the law, that is why it was given, unfortunately. It's very, very harsh. Very harsh. But we've got to get on with it. Second half about to kick off now. Players are out, ready to go. Let's get the scoreboard up. Just getting ready to send circuits. Our kickoff, of course. Come on, Palace. Big half. Let's get the thumbs up again in the chat, guys. Like, share the stream. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. Big half of Palace here. If we can get a result, what a result it would be today. A draw, as I said. I'd rip your arm off right now to get that equalising goal and come out here with a 2-2 draw. Can the players do it? I think we just need that little bit more in the final third. We're not far away. There we go. We're off. Just need a little bit more in the final third, and I think that equalising goal will come. Just need to get Pickford a bit more, sting his gloves a bit, because we haven't tested him really. And we're off. So Ayew on the ball. He's playing it, switching the play over to Ward. Nice little pass that from Ayew, coming deep to collect. Zaha with the ball now to Townsend. Zaha's drifted over to wide right. He dominated more of the wide left region in the first half. And we're off again. Is that a foul? Is that our ball, ref? Yeah, we'll have that, ref. Yeah, we'll have that, ref. Yeah, it's our throw in. Lovely stuff. A minute in. Good start from Palace. Good intensity. Bit of urgency. Cleared by Mina there. Oh, it's well controlled from Rodriguez, but McCarthy's there to mop up. Get up, Rodriguez. Yeah, Kevin Friend, he's a tar, but he's not having any of that. And Zaha and Eze, this is what you love to see. Zaha and Eze linking up out wide. Oh, the two flary players. Oh, just overhit that pass, trying to find Townsend there, Wilf, and he just overhit the pass. Chiarte mopping up there from Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin, apart from the goal, has been quite quiet today. I'm sure he'll be looking to get more into the game this second half. Took the goal really well, though, to be fair. So he's done his job, basically, on the day. It's our throw-in. Josh, mate, I'm sorry, but there's a reason I keep doing it, mate. There's a reason I keep doing it. So our ball again. Is that a foul? I think that is given as a foul. Digne's not happy with that. I used one a foul out wide. As I said, good start from Palace. It's all been... Shane, yes, good point, mate. Meyer is on the bench. He's the sort of player, again, this is a chance for him to come on and make a statement. I think with his ability to turn on the ball, he's got a very low centre of gravity. He's got a very good dribbling ability, Meyer, better than most players on the pitch for Palace. I think that he could definitely create chances in this against his side. We've got a free kick here. It's well won by Ayew. Looked like quite a soft one to give away. And it's a chance similar to the corner. It's obviously further in, but Townsend over it. Chance to whip this in like the corner. Almost every player for Everton back in the box. Here goes Townsend. Whips it in. It's a good ball. Easy for Pickford. Falls to Eze. Oh, it's blocked. There's loads of players in the box there. It would have been very unlikely. It was very unlikely it was going to get through all of them without getting a block in. It's a poor ball out wide from McCarthy. Doesn't get all of it. And Everton have got the ball back, I'm afraid. But yeah, quite good start to the half from Palace. Good start from the half. The first time Everton really have got on the ball now, and it's been 3 minutes in. Eze cuts out a ball from Mina brilliantly. Eze's been one of our best players. He's cutting inside. This is what Eze's all about. It's fouled. That's got to be yellow on Allen. Surely, ref. He's not going to book him, I don't think. But Eze's quick feet, twinkle toes, gets fouled, showing why he was one of the most fouled players in the Championship last year. It's like Wilf 2.0, guys. Eze, mate, Just so buzzing he's in our side this season. He's going to be a great player for us, and he's been probably our best player this half, in my opinion, or this game. He's probably been our best player, in my opinion. Loving his performance so far. And again, that's trademark Eze, cutting in, beats one player, goes to beat Allen, one of the best midfielders in world football. When you think about it, he played for Napoli before moving to Everton. Was one of the best Serie A midfielders last season, and brilliantly he cuts inside, gets fouled, wins the free kick. He's just like Wilf, and he's on the free kick here. It's great to see. It's too far out to shoot. He lofts one in, looking for Chiarte, and Everton get the foul. Chiarte all over the back of Gomez. That was always going to be given as a foul. But yeah, good ball in, and again, good start. Good start. Good start from Palace, and high press again. Zaha and Ayew on the edge of the Everton box. They're going to look to play out if they can, and we've stopped them playing out there. Pickford's going to go long now. Great stuff from those two, doing their job brilliantly. No, Bobby Lee Ross. I'm talking about Alan, not James Rodriguez. I'm talking about Alan for Napoli. Was brilliant in the Serie A. Everton have gone up the pitch now. 50th minute we're in. He's gone up the end. They're up the end for the throw in. Digne trying to loft it to Richarlison. He gets a good flick on there. Cross coming in from Digne, and it's cut out for a corner from MacArthur. Nice little play there, interchange between Richarlison and Digne. And now can we deal with the corner from Everton? Everton's turn to put us under pressure from a corner. It's Digne who looks like he's going to take it, I think. Is that Digne or Rodriguez? I think it's Rodriguez, sorry. With the left foot delivery. It is. Outswinger. Oh my God. Calvert-Lewin managed to get there ahead of Ward. Poor from Ward. Got beat to the ball there. And all of a sudden, he gets the shot off, kind of shanks it, and it goes wide. But if he got a pure strike on that, that should have been 3-1 and potentially game over there if that goes in. I don't know, Adrian, why there's been a delay on it. I don't know why there's been a delay on the main stand. I think there's been a dispute over, that strip of land that the Sainsbury's own, which we want to build on. I think that's been slowing things up. But the club haven't really released much on it recently, have they? Corner to Palace. Good pressure put on Keane there by Wilf, and we've won a corner. Come on, you Palace. Josh, mate, I'm just going to ban you, mate, if you're going to keep coming back and doing this. I'm surprised that you're wasting your time doing this. If you're going to spam stuff like that. Oh, Eze on the edge of the box. Oh, he slices his shot and it goes over the bar. Shame. Eze clearly from corners and set pieces, mainly from corners, picking up on that edge of the box. On the edge of the box. And that's twice now the ball's fallen to him from corners. So he's positioning himself really well, Eze. I like that. Big Blue Toffee, mate. Just enjoy the game, guys. Enjoy the game. No need to spam stuff in the comments. Just enjoy the game. Palace with the ball now. And it's Sacco who brings the ball out from the back. Out wide to Mitchell. Back into MacArthur, who's come deep to pick up the ball. Now looking to start building an attack. Eze picks it up wide left. He's got Decore there. He has to knock it back. Everton getting out to these players really quickly and defending well. And yeah, Coleman does well there from Ayew. Manages to get there ahead of Ayew. Defending well, Everton, to be fair. They're, as much as we're putting them under pressure, they're definitely looking to press us whenever we get into dangerous areas, and they're doing well. Poor ball from Maka there, unfortunately, as they couldn't pick that one up. Goes all the way through to the keeper. And he plays it short to Mina. Almost 10 minutes into the second half. And I have to say Palace have probably been the better team. Although, probably the best chance of the second half has come to Everton with that corner and Calvert-Lewin's misplayed shot. Or mistimed shot. Probably should have done better there. Really a player of his ability. As Eze doing the defensive work there brilliantly, tracking Coleman's run there from deep, and he manages to win us a corner. Eze, best player on the pitch for us so far. Let me know if you agree, guys, on the bench. EU text, mate. Don't worry. I know the guys in the chat. I know the guys who are messing about and spamming and annoying people. So don't worry. I am paying attention to it. I'm just trying to ignore it. Okay, but I am monitoring it. Don't worry. Everton on the break. Richarlison out wide. Ward's tracking, and it's Digne carrying on his run. Kouyaté gets out there. Brilliant defending there from Cheku Kouyaté. I think that's a goal kick. Is that a goal kick? They've given a goal kick there, or are they giving a corner? Oh, they're giving a corner. Digne does enough to win the corner there. Rain's starting to fall quite heavily at Selhurst now. James getting the ball to cross in. Can we deal with this one? Calvert-Lewin leaping again, and he mistimes that header. It's very similar to the one we just had. It was exactly the same ball from Rodriguez. We don't quite deal with it. And now it's a chance to break. Zaha going forward. Doucouré tracking him. Zaha with just Doucouré really to deal with. And it's a good challenge there from Doucouré. Zaha couldn't break away from Doucouré there. And it's really well played from him, to be fair. Now he picks up the ball looking to counter-attack. Half a chance there for Wilf to break. It's a great tackle in the end. Lively start to the second half, to be fair. Lively start. It's a great tackle from Doucouré. Yeah, you're right, guys. Tracked Wilf there, and he gets the foot in. Zaha looking to Cruyff turn inside, and he read it, just gets a foot on it. Gomez now with the ball, and we know his range of passing, how good he can be. He plays it short this time to Coleman, but he'll be looking to switch the ball whenever possible. He did in the first half to great effect. Their first goal coming from a switch and play from Gomez. So, got to watch him whenever he's on the ball. We've got to make sure we're wary of that cross-field pass. Yeah, Everton looking good in possession. When they are in possession, they do look a good side. They do. Those midfield signings have changed their team drastically, Their ball retention is just so much better with this midfield setup. It really is, which is why we've got to be much more clinical when we do have the ball and going forward on the break. Oh my God, this Josh guy just. Things starting to slow down a little bit. Not the end of the world if things starting to slow down. And Kouyaté does well to break that up. Great header out wide from Ayew to Eze. Come on, Eze. Cutting in again. Drives, Eze, mate. Go on. Be confident, as he has been most of the... Oh, it's just over here. Townsend, you probably could have jumped and got that, to be fair. To be fair to Townsend, if he jumped, he probably could have got that ball. That was a bit harsh. I know it was slightly overhit from Eze, but he could have got that. Good defending from that corner from Ayew there, because if he wasn't alert to that, then Richarlison had a tap in at the back post. So good defending there. And as I said, we were unlucky there on the counter-attack. Doucouré does brilliantly to stay with Zaha. Zaha doesn't see Ayew running in on the other side, unfortunately, and the chance went. Josh, mate, if you keep spamming stuff in the chat, mate, I'm just going to have to ban you again, mate. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. If you're going to keep doing it, I'm just going to have to keep doing it as well. Rain pouring quite heavy now. Ancelotti's had to put his hood up. Eze on the ball, Palace in possession again. When the rain starts pouring, I think that makes it a lot more even. I think you're going to see a few more aerial balls. Obviously, slicker. The pitch is a lot slicker with the heavy rain. Poor pass forward there, unfortunately, from I think that was Mitchell, just over here. And Ayew was never going to get there. Mina shepherding the ball out there for a goal kick. What are your thoughts, guys, on this so far? Got half an hour to play, still 2-1. I think as long as it stayed 2-1 till the last 10 minutes, then it's obviously game on. In fact, all the way through to the last 5 or so minutes, the amount of late goals we've seen already in the Premier League this season, I think as long as we keep the score at 2-1, we're well and truly in this all the way through to the 90th minute, in my opinion, because we've looked in this game, we've looked very even, these two teams. There's not been a lot to separate us at all, really. That VAR penalty being the difference at the end of the day. Oh, I thought that was a poor back pass there, and Zaha almost got it onto it to Mina just gets the head of Zaha. That was so close. Zaha with a good bit of pressing there, and in the end, we've won the ball quite high up the pitch. Townsend wins a foul on the wide position. Surely Richarlison's going to get booked there for flying into a challenge after the whistle's gone. That's very poor from Richarlison. He does get booked in the end. Sloppy from him, and we've got a chance to whip in the ball from deep. Finley, we don't really play long ball. Well, this season we haven't played long ball as such, to be honest, mate. We look a lot more like a team who want to get the ball on the deck and look to break quickly along with the front 4 players, the wingers joining in the attack and looking to interchange amongst them rather than just playing long ball. I think when the weather conditions are like this, long ball helps for sure to have players who can play in this, and that's a poor ball, unfortunately, from Ward. He's overhit that, and set pieces again. Apart from the great corner we had for our goal, set pieces haven't been great today, and that was poor from Ward. So we've got to take more when we get those opportunities. We've got to be better. Low passing stats, mate, yeah, but I think that you're right. But the intent, I think, from Palace is to play a lot more on the deck. And if we are playing aerial balls, it's not just typical long balls. It's looking to pick a pass or to switch the play. I don't think we are just lumping balls up there, which at times last season it felt like that was our only game plan, was just to lump balls up there. So although the stats may suggest we haven't got great passing stats so far, I do think the intent from the side is to play a lot more on the deck, especially with players like Eze. When he does stuff like that was a crossfield pass. It gets cancelled out, but there by Richarlison. But when we are playing long, it's switching the play. I'm doing well, guys. Let me know if you guys are all doing well in the chat. Please do. I'll reiterate again, Eze on the ball there, rides a challenge from Allen and sprays it out wide. I think he's been our best player on the pitch so far. He's been brilliant the way he's been mature in his performance again. Whenever he's on the ball, making the right decisions at the right time. Been very, very impressive, in my opinion, for such a young player in his first time playing in the Premier League against an Everton team this good. Corner to Palace. Chance again, and it's from the same. It's the same side that we scored from in the first half. A chance to whip it in for Townsend. Can we score from another corner? Come on, boys. Let's get a thumbs up in the chat here. Chance here with under half an hour to go in this game. Townsend over it. He's going to be looking to do the same thing he did in the first half. Here he comes. He whips in the ball. It's a deep one. There's no one at the back stick, and Pickford punches, and it's not going to go out. It's cleared by, I think that's Doucouré. We mop it up, Mitchell, on the halfway line. It's still in their half. It's a good ball forward to MacArthur, and he plays in Ayew. Ayew looking to get the ball in. He gets it in. It goes across the face of goal. What a ball in from Ayew. No one there to tap it in. And it's cleared for a Palace throw. Come on, Palace. Come on, boys. Come on. That was good there. That was really well played from Ayew. He takes far too many touches a lot of the time. And that time he just went down the line, bang. First time on his weak foot, get the ball in. He needs to do that more. I think he takes too many touches at times. Pickford probably should have come for that cross as well. A sign there, he might still not looking very, very confident. Eze peeling off at the back post there. The cross doesn't quite get to him. Ball headers flying around in and around the box. Everton haven't got it cleared as yet, but they do now. Richarlison wide left looking to clear the ball up the line. And Chiarte mops that up brilliantly. It's a great challenge in from Chiarte. And it's a chance for us now to move forward. And it's cleared by Keane, as I say that, for a Palace throw-in. Really, end-to-end start. Has it gone out? I don't think it's gone out, that ball. It stayed in. Yeah, the line has not flagged it. I think Pive is out for another few weeks yet, mate. I think because of his dislocation at the end of last season against Man United. I think that's going to be quite a lengthy injury for him to recover from. Still think he's got a few weeks until he gets back. Same with Cahill. But anyway, we're still in here. Palace, it's got a lot more end-to-end the last 2 or 3 minutes, and he's won. Ayew has won that foul brilliantly. Mina drops to his knees. He cannot believe that that's been given, and it did look quite a cheap one, to be honest, but clumsy from Mina. I think he's looking to get tight to his man. He doesn't need to. That's not a foul. He's bought that one, Ayew. But there'll be a lot of questions asked if we score from this from Everton fans, I'm sure. But chance here for us to whip the ball in and put them under pressure. We've had some. Townsend's put in some good deliveries, but we've not really capitalised on it. Batshuayi and Maya, there's a chance now for them to come on and make a change. I'd say next 5 or so minutes, if nothing's happened yet, get Batshuayi on, give him a chance. Townsend, and we're talking around 5 or so yards out from the edge of the box, from the corner, looking to whip it in. He whips it in, deep. Oh, this Chiarte again at the back post. It's a very tight angle. He wins the header, and it's going to be a goal kick. I don't think anyone got a touch on that. And it hits the side netting. He was probably better off heading that back across goal. It was such a tight angle. It was a deep ball whipped with a bit of dip. It was a great ball from Townsend. And, it's a tight angle, and it's initially on target, the header, but because of the movement that he's made he's moved as the balls come down. As the balls come in, he's moved with it. And so as he head it down, it was always moving away from goal. So initial header was on target, but then drifted, and it just clips. It hits the post. It hits the post and stays out. It's a great ball and a great header. Everton not looking great from set pieces. Neither are we defensively, to be honest, from the corners anyway. And it's been last 5 minutes, as I say, it's been all Palace. It has. And it's great, I have to say, being 2-1 down, this is what you want to see more of, is us really going for it and trying to put them under pressure. Zaha loses out there, that's a shame. He's not had the best of games, Zaha, I have to say, but there's still time for him to turn things around. Chiarte playing the ball back to Guaita. Looks to clear it up. Townsend gets on the ball. Wow, that's a shame. Townsend does well there to block that pass, but can't keep it in. And it's a Everton throw, and they're back in possession. But yeah, good for a little spell there from Palace. A good spell. And we'll be looking to it's a chance here. Gomez going forward to Coleman on wide right. Yeah, we've looked good in those last 5 minutes, as I said. We got to make sure we don't go 3-1 down, because at this stage of the game, I think that could be game over, the way Everton play. It's going to be very hard to get 2 goals. Oh, and Rodriguez was free there in the area, and he volleys it. It's a good block. That was going goalward bound. I think keeper probably had it covered, but that was a lovely little play from Digne out wide. Gets the ball in on a cutback. It's slightly aerial and it's a volley. I think, keeper would have had it covered from that reverse angle, but nice little play. From... nice little play. Chance to counter-attack here, is it? Oh, gets there. Keane, he's cleared it out wide. It's a great ball out wide to Rodriguez. And that's our ball, ref. Yes. Goal kick. Townsend defending brilliantly, and that's what I applaud our wingers for. Eze as well. Their ability to come back and help in the defence. They almost act as, in a way, wing backs in a 4-4-2 system. They almost add a second fullbacks in the system. So great block there from Sacco. Goalward bound shot from Rodriguez from that cutback from Digne. And it's a good block. It was going goalward bound. I don't think he got much on that volley, from Rodriguez. He didn't get much purchase on it, so I think the keeper would have had it covered. But again, good block nonetheless. How high do you think Everton can finish, mate? I think if you finish, top 6 will definitely be the target with this sort of start and the way you're playing. Outside chance of top 4 maybe, but top 6 definitely is a good shout for you at the moment. Here we go. Palace in possession now, and McCarthy can play the ball in behind for Mitchell. It's a lovely ball to Mitchell, and he's kept it in. He's done well. Get the ball in. He does get the ball in. It's too close to Pickford though, and that's a comfortable one for Pickford to claim. He's looking to play quickly out from the back. Great sliding challenge, and Chiarte has trapped Calvert-Lewin brilliantly. Calvert-Lewin's been very quiet this half. That's a shame there. Wilf was in a pocket of space, and his ball was just too far wide for Zaha to he gets his foot on it but can't control it. Poor pass from Eze, but we've won the ball back. And it, as I said, Palace, apart from that chance Everton just had, it's been last 10 or so minutes now. It's been mainly Palace with the ball, and it's been mainly Palace looking to create chances. Obviously, Everton with a lead naturally are going to go forward less because they've got a lead. They've got no need to, but and you'd expect the way we've started this season for Palace to start getting more chances as the game goes on, as long as it stays 2-1. But Everton on the counter-attack will be looking to finish the game off at some point. Are you looking to... Yeah, that's a free kick for Palace. Well done, are you? Playing well, guys. We're playing well this half. I can't critique anything so far, but it's been a good half for Palace. 20 minutes to go. And we've got a chance here to get the ball in a dangerous position. I think it's a little bit too close. He's handballs it, Minder there. That's outside the box. It's been given as a foul. I don't think it's the right position outside the box to shoot. But there's great opportunity again. We've had a lot of free kicks and a lot of corners in this game, I think, in general. And it shows we're getting into the right areas, and we are being against teams like Everton and Man United, of course. We are looking to play with less fear and to go forward, Eze over this. Come on, Palace. They've got a big squad, Everton. But they've not defended very well from corners. They've defended better from free kicks. Chance here, though. Come on, Eze. Let's have a good ball. Zaha's with a bit of space there on the left. Would he just play it to Zaha? He does. It's a poor touch, though, from Zaha. Does get the cross in, though. And it falls to Townsend, edge of the box. He looks to hit it. No, he dummies it, and he takes 2 players out of the game. Would he shoot or play wide? He plays it wide to Eze. There's space here. Zaha is out wide again. He's in the box, looking to cut in. Looks to shoot. Is that a handball? I don't think that... No, all the players are appealing, but that is going to not be given. Even if it does hit his arm, Calvert-Lewin literally had them behind his back. That wasn't outside the silhouette of his body. But Palace mounting on the pressure now. We've won the ball back, and it's put out wide to Eze. Chance here for Eze. He ducks away from one challenge, and he plays it back to Mitchell. MacArthur's got space to turn here. He does. There's Zaha on the edge of the box, cutting in. Zaha, he's not been playing very well today, Zaha. That's quite easy to defend. And yeah, he's past it. He's trying to find Eze on the edge of the box, and Takure easily gets there. Everton giving it straight back to us, though. Everton not doing very well to get out of this, and he's won a free kick from Allen there. And it's a chance to whip the ball in from another dangerous position. Come on, you Palace. It's been good here. 20 minutes to go. What a time this would be to score. Get the momentum going into the last 20 minutes. Zaha needs to buck his ideas up a little bit. He's not played well today. He's got into good areas, and I think Everton have defended him well. Ooh, now it's hit his hand, but he's got his arms here, level inside his body, and it hits his arm. I don't think that's going to be given as a penalty. I'll be very surprised if it is. I think Everton fans would be fuming if he does get given as a penalty. I'm not expecting it to. I have to say, mate, this half, I don't think they've been way better than Palace at all. For those who think Everton have been better, I think it's been very even. And if anything, we've edged this half. I think it's only all of a sudden the screen's gone off. Has there been a problem here? Hello? My screen's gone off, guys. You've got to bear with me here. Oh, here we go. We're back. Cross comes in deep from Eze. Cleared by Everton. I think Everton have defended well from free kicks. From corners, they've been looked a little bit more shaky. And talking of corners, we've just won a corner here from that free kick. Palace mounting on the pressure. Here we go. Townsend to whip it in. And he doesn't beat the first man. It's cleared by Gomez. It falls to Eze on the edge of the box again. Good block. Zaha picking it up now. We're a little bit deeper, though. Going to have to start again this attack. It's all the way back to Mitchell. Back into Eze. Eze wanting to get involved. Wanting to be a part of the attacks. And Ward's layoff there was sloppy. It's a shame. We're getting into good areas and we're just giving the ball away. But Everton are giving it right back to us. And that's well played from Rodriguez there. He's been calm. He's got out of that press. Everton, this is their first real attack they've had for a while now. First period of possession they've had for a while. Allen in the middle. Ayew still pressing, and that's what he's so good at, is continuous pressing from Ayew. He's got so much energy, and it really makes a difference when you're pressing from the front like this. For a side like Palace, it definitely makes a difference. Yeah, and it's good. Coleman has to go backwards there. We've not given him a forward pass. Ayu's cutting out the pass here. He's going to have to go long. Pickford, he picks out a great pass into Digne, though, into his stride. And Chiarte, who's been following Calvert-Lewin the whole game, almost man-marking him, has done brilliantly there. I think he's done well to shepherd him out. I think that is going to be a throw-in, though, for Everton. It is. Come on, Palace. We're still well and truly in this game. We've been a better team this half, I think, I would say, on chances created. I think we've been the better team. And here we go. Just 17 minutes to go and Batshuayi is there ready to come on. Good substitution from Roy. I think it's the right decision to make. Probably for Ayew, I'd say. But then again, Wilf's not had the best of games, but when we're in this position, I'd expect Wilf to be playing, I wouldn't expect him to be out of the side, When we've got a chance here when we're trying to get a goal in a game, it's very rare you take Wilf off. We've got to keep Wilf on. I think Ayew is it's Eze who's come off. Interesting. So I think we're going to be playing with Zaha out wide now. Put Zaha out wide rather than up top. Ayew and Batshuayi up front. That's interesting because I thought Eze's been our best player, as I said, and he's been getting in good areas, but that's a great run out for him. And so Eze's come off of Batshuayi, guys. 75 minutes played now. 15 minutes for Batshuayi to just add to that legend status he's building from his last loan spell at the club. Chiarte's down here with a head injury. Play's going to be stopped for a bit. Come on. Yeah, I thought he would have taken off Ayew, if I'm honest, mate. I thought he would have taken off Ayew, but I can see what he's doing there. He's obviously trying to stick Wilf out wide rather than having him up top. I think he'll be more effective out in that wide role where he's more comfortable. Sigurdsson's coming on for Everton. I think just rotation here for Gomez. Pretty much like for like swap that. Yeah, well done to Eze. Best player on the pitch for us so far. I'd say, for Palace, I'd say he'd be our man of the match come the end of the game, unless someone can get a goal from here. Or Chiarte. Chiarte's been brilliant. I think his marking of Calvert-Lewin in the second half has been fantastic. He's cut out a lot of balls into Calvert-Lewin and frustrated him. Oh, Jayden, no need to start bringing out the language, mate. Everton have played well, yeah, but I think this half Palace have played better than Everton. It's been a very even game. I think that's fair to say. I don't think it's unfair to say this has been an even game, and the difference has been I wouldn't say controversial decision. Well, controversial in the eyes of the fans, but in the letter of the law, a clear penalty. That's been the difference at the end of the day. It's been a VAR decision. Still time for Palace to equalise, though. We've got the ball at the back with the Guaita. Brendan, he's still a very young player. This is only his third appearance in the Premier League. I think that's fair. I'm not going to critique him. He's still learning. It wasn't perfect, but I think for a player of his age to play so maturely in that role, I think he did a lot good today. At times he probably could have shot when things opened up for him, and one or two of his passes were misplaced. Yeah, that's absolutely fair, but I still think he was our best player so far today. Everton with the ball at the moment, out wide left. Sigurdsson getting his first touches on the ball. Yeah, Brendan, I agree, mate. I think Batshuayi coming on was the right substitution to make. It was just going to be interesting to see who he came on for. And here comes Richarlison, a chance for Everton to go forward in numbers. And by numbers, I mean numbers. They've got a lot of players going forward. Calvert-Lewin, that was a really dodgy deflection into the path of Calvert-Lewin. That would have been really annoying if that had led to a goal. Very similar to the way Van de Beek scored last week. The ball deflected into his path and doesn't get hold of the shot. It's very comfortable for Guaita in the end. But that's a chance for Everton. And Chiarte does well, actually, there. He gets a touch on the ball and stops a shot flying in. If Meyer, I think it's a chance for Meyer to come on. If it stays like this for much longer, obviously, I think last 10 minutes, Meyer coming on could happen for sure. Ferguson, I think he is back training, guys, full-time Thomas. He's back in training, but I don't think he was ready to play today. I think we could expect to see him to play against, I think it's Chelsea we've got next, isn't it? I think Chelsea game, we could see him feature in some form. But Ward played well, to be fair. You know, apart from that pen, I can't critique Ward for that. Nothing he could have done. I think Ward's played well today. So it's going to be hard for Ferguson to just slot straight into the team, you know. Batshuayi, come on, mate. Come on, Batchman. You've got this, mate. You've got this. Come on, Palace. We can do this. As I said, a 2-2 draw is a great result. I would definitely take that, especially from being behind twice. That would be a great effort from the side. Pickford's had to clear that, long ball forward, and Batshuayi's there to mop it up. A nice touch from him. And that's going to be Everton's throw. They've done well. Everton have done well with their press. They're pressing in numbers. It's not just one man charging down like players like Zaha and Eze and Batshuayi just there, but you know, 2s and 3s. They're putting a real shift in. They're a fit side, you know, Everton. They're making a lot of it. I think Roy hates Maya for some reason. It's weird. I think he just doesn't want to play him in his preferred position. He's focused on playing him out wide, and I don't think he's a winger at all, Maya. He plays a lot better down the middle when he was at Schalke, and I think that's where he should play, in my opinion. So throw-in for Palace. Still time. We're just about to click over to 10 minutes left of the game. Plus injury time. Anything can happen in the last 10 minutes. We've seen so many different things happen in the last 10 minutes this season. Chances have been there for Palace in terms of set pieces. We've had some good crosses in, but Everton overall have defended well from them, and we haven't really tested Pickford very much at all in this game overall, I have to say. But then again, neither of Everton, they've not tested Vicente very much at all either. So I do think it's been an even game, an even contest. MacArthur now in possession. Mitchell going forward has to cut back to MacArthur, who's there in support. Across to McCarthy. Yeah, look, Everton almost have twice as many pass attempts as Palace, and passes completed still a lot more than us. But I still think it's been a much closer game than those stats suggest. Mitchell wide left. We're in the final third here. MacArthur playing the ball in from deep. It's a flying header from Mina, and it's a great header. The defenders defending well. They're defending well in these late stages, you know. McCarthy now driving forward. Oh, it's a poor pass from McCarthy. Maybe get Meyer on for someone like McCarthy. He's been quiet in this half, McCarthy, in all honesty. I know his job is very understated, what he does for the side. But at this stage, it's almost like, you know, you've got to sacrifice one of those midfielders to go for it, in my opinion, right now. Free kick. Richarlison's won a free kick there. Yeah, Ryan, I agree. I've said Zaha's been quiet today. Not his best game, unfortunately, after the really bright start he's had. He's been put out wide. I think he's been put more out wide now. Benteke coming on as well. Going gung-ho. I like this from Roy. Benteke and Batshuayi coming on. He's probably going to take Ayew or Zaha off. Is that right? He's taking off Ayew for Benteke. Benteke on for Ayew. And now we expect to see more Route 1 balls and trying for, you know, Benteke. You know, the amount of crosses, to be fair, the amount of crosses we've had from set pieces, having someone like Benteke on is what you need, you know. Everton have really bossed over this half. Although we've had a lot of set pieces, Everton have really done well defensively from them, and we've not really got a good cut header, you know, on target to test Pickford, and Benteke will definitely help that. Chance if Everton to whip the ball in, though. Chance for Everton to win the game here and to seal it. Cleared by Sacco. It falls to Allen, who looks to volley and absolutely balloons it over the bar. Goal kick. Benteke on. You say Benteke low. I think it's a good substitution to make. When you look at this game, and how we've been playing with a lot of set pieces, having someone like Benteke on. Also, last 10 minutes, play a few more balls up to Benteke. He will definitely, you know, you'll win headers. Chance here. Mitchell coming forward left. He's got time to put across. He does. It's not quite clear. Digne does get it away eventually. Yeah. So a lot of crosses into the box. It makes sense. It makes sense bringing Benteke on for Ayew. It does. Everton playing well here, though. we're pressing, but Everton playing out really well there. Really, really good from Everton. These coming into the last stage of the game here to just see this out. They're going forward now. Coleman, good blocking from Mitchell there. It goes for a corner. Just starting to die down a bit. Hopefully we can get a couple more chances in before the final whistle. We deserve to get a draw out of this. I think it's been such an even game. Do you think Palace will do some more business? I hope so, Thomas. I did mention that before we started. I hope Ben Rama can come in, but I think that will go down to the last few days, maybe deadline day, if that does happen. But I wouldn't be surprised if we have someone else coming into the club. Rodriguez with the corner. Whipped in. Keeper comes out, punches. Really good punch from Vicente. Zaha doesn't get to that ball. Digne does, and it goes all the way back to Coleman, who plays back to Pickford. And we've got 6 minutes plus injury time to play. It's going to be, gung-ho from here. A goal from either side probably sees the final result. A win for Everton or a draw. I think that's what's going to happen here for the end of the day. Yeah, and we've won a foul there. And Ward's waved up Guaita to take it, to get men into the box. He's going to looking to play long now. Looking to play long and get Benteke, give him some chances. Or not. We played it short. As Benteke comes on, we start playing short free kicks. And Townsend gives the ball away there. Just lump the ball into the box, lads. We're knocking it around the back. And now Everton's breaking forward. This could be it here. Rodriguez. Poor touch from Rodriguez. And MacArthur's on to that very quickly. And we play out lovely there. A lovely bit of football to play out. And Mitchell breaks the ball forward to Zaha, who's now playing wide left. We've got Benteke and Batshuayi up front. Townsend on the other side. And it's a completely different front too. I think he does do that. He does do that, Thomas. He starts out left, but then he drifts inside and does look to drift into those pocket areas. So, although he does start in that wide position, he plays a lot of his play and a lot of his danger, or a lot of his good moments have come when he's cut inside and he's got into that little pocket. So he always is looking to get into their areas, and most of his play is in that area, but he just starts off out wide. So I do think he is involved in that central area of the pitch. Rodriguez gets subbed off. They're looking now to just see out the game. Everton looking to get a bit more defensive. I say that. They're bringing on a Iwobi. It's a straight swap. All the subs, I think, have been straight swaps for Everton, really. But yeah, looking to maybe get a goal on the break in the last few minutes to just seal it. Tom Davies is getting stripped off as well for Everton, so he's obviously going to add a little bit of defensive solidity there to see the game out. There's a foul we've given away. It's a shame now. It's starting to look like we're running out of ideas a bit. We're giving away free kicks. Still 5 minutes to go plus injury time, or 4 minutes plus injury time to go. Yeah, poor free kick. Poor foul to give away there, really. Sloppy defending. Chance for them to whip a ball in. Ugh. It's a shame. I do think we deserve a draw out of this, and it'll be, as I said, it'll be such a good result if we do nick a point from this. We absolutely need Ben Rama. I think that's a bit far, mate. I don't think we absolutely need Ben Rama, but we look a much stronger team with him. Chance for Sigurdsson here. He steps over the ball. Digne with the outswinger. And it's headed away to Iwobi, edge of the box, looking to find some space. He's held the ball quite a long time, though. Does get the pass off to Sigurdsson. It's come all the way back to Digne, down the line to Richarlison. Up against MacArthur, and he's beating MacArthur for pace, but then Ward's out there to help, and he ends up plucking the ball, but Digne's there. Digne has had a good game. He's always been there or thereabouts up the pitch with Richarlison. They've been giving each other, helping each other out all game, and we can't get out of our half at the moment. Everton's starting to turn up the pressure at the end of the game to try and see things out. Will we get one more opportunity? Can we get one more chance? Here we go. Palace looking to break forward now. And Zaha wins a free kick. Riedewald about to come on. He really doesn't like Maya. I think Riedewald going to come on. Riedewald coming on. Who for? With the big afro. Probably going to be MacArthur. Both. A good game from MacArthur, I think. He's done his job well, as always. So reliable, MacArthur. Gyro comes on, looking to give that, I think, just another passer option from midfield. Can go a little bit. I know he likes to sit deep and be that sort of ball-playing midfielder. Hopefully, the aim is to get him on the ball and play balls in from deep. Benteke rises, and the first thing that Benteke's done, he wins a header. It hits Everton's player's foot, and it rolls into the keeper's arms. Long ball forward from the free kick. So there you go. Benteke straight away getting involved there with a header. And Everton slowly running the clock down. They're doing all the tactics from the book here. Unfortunate thing is this game feels like a draw. That's the point, Adrian. It feels something like a very, as I said, this whole second half, it felt very even. It feels like a draw, this game. It does honestly feel like a draw. I don't think much is separated either side, and that's great. Really, even if we do lose this, of course, it's a shame because I think we deserve a point. And it'll be our first defeat of the season. Obviously, that would be annoying, but that'd be unfortunate. But I do take a lot away from this. I do take some good things away from this because we're matching Everton in a lot of areas of the pitch, And Everton have started so well and have had so many plaudits with so many good signings. Benteke in and around the box. Oh, it's just defended there by Everton. So if we can come away with a point here and match Everton. We've matched Everton in terms of the performance. If we can match them on the scoreline, it's deserved in my opinion. Lovely here, right? Palace now with a minute until injury time. This is it. This is where Everton are starting to sit really deep now. What a ball out wide from Zaha that is to Townsend. Chance to get a ball in. He's just overhit that little bit. Get on side, Wardy. I think he just is on side. Oh, what are you doing, Joel Warder? That's so bad, mate. Come on. Looking to play it first time. Just take your time there, mate. Take a touch, look up, get the ball in. Don't need to be doing those quick passes there. Goes out, skews it wide, skews the pass for a corner, basically, for a goal kick, guys. Tom Davies coming on now. Injury time. Please be good to us. I'm expecting about 4 minutes again, same as the first half. I don't think much has happened this half, really. There's not going to be a lot. I can't see much time being added on here. I think they will, mate, Thomas. I've said that already. I think Europa League is where they'll be aiming for, and the way they're playing at the moment, I think if they carry this on for a consistent period, they will get there. Just gone over to the 90th minute now, guys, so the timer will go off now as injury time comes on, and it's 4 minutes as I predicted. Same as the first half. Come on, Palace. One more chance. Just give us one more chance on goal. Ball played forward. Mina's going to cut that out. He's going to look to... they just clear it. Good press there from Benteke. Puts them under pressure. Yes, and he's done well there, Mitchell. Zaha wide left. Looking to cut back, and Zaha's not been good today. That's a poor cut back. Sacco now running from the defence, and it's hoofed up the pitch to nobody by Everton. Anywhere will do for them now. We still got 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to play. Come on, Palace. Come on, fingers crossed in the chat, guys. Come on. Just give us one more chance, please. Please. Please, come on. One more chance. We deserve a point. Sacco now starting to play long balls from the back, aiming for Benteke. It's a good header from Keane. They've defended well this half. They've been under pressure quite a bit from set pieces, Everton. We've had a lot more chances, I think, than they have. Oh, Townsend's broken away here. Will he shoot? No, Everton get out to him quickly. They're pressing still very well, Everton here defensively. Dropping to Townsend. Can we get a shot off? No, it's cleared again. Oh, and that's a foul. Free kick to Everton. They're going to take all the time in the world from here. That's a shame. Oh, that's a shame. It's looking like it's going to be a 2-1 defeat, guys. First defeat of the season. To be fair, if it was going to come against... I was expecting, as I said, I expected a defeat today. Anything other than defeat would be a great result for me. It's a good time. Put your man of the matches in the chat, guys. For me, I would say Eze. I think although he did do a couple of misplaced passes here or there and probably could have shot in certain situations instead of passing, he's definitely, his performance was so mature today, exciting, added much more vibrancy in the attack. He was a catalyst for a lot of good things in the first half and in the second half of Palace. For me, Eze is our man of the match for today. And we've given another free kick away here for Everton. We've got less than 2 minutes left. I think time is running out. All we need now is just for... Chiarte, says Thomas. Yeah, agreed. Chiarte had a good game. He's marked Calvert-Lewin very well in the second half. Come on. Can we just get one more chance? One more chance, please. Everton are probably going to run this into the corner. They haven't even taken the free kick yet, guys. It's still taking forever over it. Kevin Friend not speeding them up, of course. He's too worried about how far away the Palace players are from a free kick. He should know. He should be savvy about what Everton are doing here. Throw in for Palace. A minute left. Come on, get the ball up there. Ward with the throw in. He throws it now up the line to Batshuayi, who's been quiet since he's come on. He hasn't really had a chance or anything. You know, he hasn't really been able to get on the ball. Ward does well there. Wins a free kick. Everton wasting time here. And this is going to be last chance saloon now. We've got 30 seconds left. Saka on the ball, looking to play long. Plays it along the deck, actually, to Batshuayi, who's come deep. Wide to Mitchell. Again plays out wide to Zaha, looking to turn Coleman. Coleman reads it, though, and as I said, he's not had the best of game, but Mitchell does brilliantly to win it back, and that's a throw into Everton. That's going to be game. Just need to get the ball in the box. Frustrating there. Just get the ball in the box. Don't worry about dicking about with it. Building it up. Yeah, that's going to be it, isn't it, guys? Final whistle goes. It is finished, guys. Crystal Palace 1, Everton 2. A better team second half, Palace. We were the better team. Unfortunately, though, we just couldn't get that lust. Couldn't get that shot in and goal. Pickford wasn't tested really enough in that second half, although we were the better team. Good game. You know, I'm not going to... It's a defeat. We deserved a draw, I think, out of that. I think a draw would have been a fair result. I don't think Everton blew us away or anything. And in the end, it was, I'd say, a controversial VAR decision that gives it. By the letter of the law, it's a penalty. And when you look at the new handball law, it's not controversial. It is a penalty, but it's amongst players and amongst football fans, it's definitely seen as very, very harsh, and I feel hard done by that. That is the difference at the end of the day. It's a VAR decision that's been the difference between the two teams, because apart from that, I do think we were very even. First half, Everton were probably the better team on chances created. Second half, definitely Palace. And, I'm not too disheartened. It's our first loss of the season, 3 games in. We've never won 2 games in a row at the start of a new Premier League campaign. But we get our first defeat now, hopefully it doesn't change how we play in the future. It was a good performance from us today. Just didn't get enough. Didn't really challenge Pickford enough at the end of the day. A lot of crosses into the box. A lot of good areas we got into. Just not quite enough. And to be fair, Everton defended well today. And managed to hold out for the win. And they're on course, I think, to finish top 6. Definitely this season. Maybe better if they continue the way they're playing. But anyway, guys, I'm so happy you guys are enjoying the streams. Obviously, as I said, ticker down below. Follow me up on social if you haven't already. Like the stream and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Really importantly, guys, if you want to donate at all to the Palace for Life Foundation Marathon March that I'll be doing in a few weeks, obviously, Palace fans, you all know about that. Please go in the description down below, hit the link, it'll go to the Just Giving page, and if you could donate any money to the to my Just Giving page for the Marathon March that I will be doing in a couple of weeks for the Palace for Life Foundation, that would be amazing. Like, share, subscribe, guys, and I'll see you all next time. Unfortunately, finished 2-1 to Everton here. First defeat for Palace, but I'm not too disheartened by the performance whatsoever. Still a lot of positives to take away from that performance against a side that on paper are a lot stronger than us, really. So good stuff there. Just couldn't get the result over the line at the end of the day. Finished 2-1 Everton. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time.